to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from a land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night. Malikalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Malikalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night. Malakalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Malakalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Malakalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from a land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Malakalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas, Merry, 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 Merry Christmas, a Merry, 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 Merry Christmas to you. Okay, can you guys hear me now? All right. I wasn't muted. I was having audio issues, unfortunately, because nothing ever works right when it comes to Windows. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, thank the Lord. 7 minutes in, and you can hear me finally. All right. Well, did you guys hear the music in the beginning at least? Did you get that much out of it? Hopefully you did. Uh, yeah. So, hopefully you guys got to hear that. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land now that I'm all frazzled because my damn audio wasn't working? Oh, lovely. All right. Well, I do have another song for you guys coming up. I'll see if I can play it here through the system. I can't play my other thing because it's either mic or the other thing. I have to make a choice, and the choices are not good. So let's see how this rolls. Oh boy. Other than that, let me try this here because I did have another song for you guys that I did. Let me see if I can get it to work. We will try this. Share and share audio. This is a special song. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Oh, nobody's hearing anything. I can't even hear nothing now. Can you guys hear music? Because I can't hear anything. This is a special song. My life. Thank you very much. Breathe. I can't breathe without breathing. No, I cannot breathe without breathing. I had everything, and now I'm down to zero. I got nothing, 'cause you had to go and be everyone's hero. Captain Marvelous, Captain Marvelous. So breathe, why did you leave me? Can't you see? I can't breathe without breathing. Oh, I'm breathe without. I'm missing feet. Oh, smell like sticky cheese. Sticky cheese. They're so ugly, but they mean the world to me. Oh, breathe, please breathe, bring back without breathe. Stinky feet, breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe without breathe. Next to me, stinky dream back. Your stinky feet, stinky cheese, stinky, stinky, stinky cheese, stinky, 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 stinky cheese, stinky, stinky, stinky cheese, stinky cheese. I'm bringing it back, stinky cheese, stinky cheese. Bring your stinky cheese to me. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I couldn't hear it while it was playing, but it sounds like you guys could. So that's all that matters. I threw that together real quick. Oh gosh, everything's going wrong here. Friggin' just craziness with all the technical issues I'm having. But you guys can hear me. That's all that matters. I got a $5 super chat from Captain Hare. Here's money. Let's watch Merry Christmas, Mr. Bean on YouTube sometime tonight, since you obviously already done Christmas Vacation. I haven't watched Christmas Vacation yet this year, and I should. And we did get a super chat from Rosetta Allen, and I think Sister Harrow was, from the beginning. I did touch on those, but I can't bring them up again when you guys couldn't hear me. So yeah, how's everybody doing out there? Yeah, I'm all alone on Christmas. Wah, wah, wah. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good time. Yeah, nothing new going on in YouTube land today. It is Christmas Eve. Nothing is going on. How's everybody doing out there? I know I'm having a wonderful time hanging out with the animals, doing a whole lot of nothing. That is right. So anything else you guys want to talk about in the chat, just let me know. I may have some special guests slip in here. Rosetta wants to hop in and say hi. Sure, I'll probably let you come in here in just a minute. I'm just trying to figure out all the technical issues. Hopefully I can hear people if they do come in. So we'll see about that. Opening a new bottle of JW Blue. Never had any. I'll give you a link. Oh, maybe I'll do that. All right. You can come on in for a little bit and say hello. There you go. And as I said, I may have some other people pop in. If they're not busy, we will see who is around. I don't even know. I didn't even look to see if anybody was streaming. Hopefully nobody is. Oh, it looks like a couple people are. Oops. Sorry about that, folks. But anyway. So yeah, let's see here. Give myself. We got two people here. We got Rookie and we got Rosetta. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I got banished from the other room for a little bit.
What are you up to, Rookie?
Just 1 second. I'm going to get set up real quick.
All right.
I have to say Merry Christmas to you. You're my boy.
Merry Christmas.
I hope you're having fun, even if you are a little lonely.
I'm singing Stinky Cheese. Stinky Cheese.
You poor boy. That song's still too good for her.
I tried to make it bad. But
she's so much worse.
I know. No, I'm just hanging out here with the animals. I got all my Christmas stuff going on tomorrow. I think Mecca will probably stop in here in a bit. Rob might stop in if he's not busy doing stuff. Who knows? I got a few other people in line.
It's going to suck if I can't say hi to them, but I kind of promised my mom when she says dinner time, I'll spend some movie time with them, so.
Well, it's that time of the year. Family time is important. Yeah, a lot of people I talked to already said they're busy.
But I love
with
you
family
guys.
Stuff, so. Well, we love you too. So we're glad to have everybody here. We're glad to have everybody in the chat. And I don't know if Rookie's got himself set up yet. We're glad to have him here as well.
You're my extra crazy family.
Jesse, I don't even know how to. Should I send you an email? How do I get it to you, man? I don't know how.
Geez, I'm on this crappy system. I could.
Oh, you got one of those turtle arcades, man? I want one of those real bad.
I can send him the email with it if you really need that, so you can deal with everything else.
Merry Christmas, Chief Cook.
Because I've got him in my email here.
I've got it somewhere here. He just never.
Yeah, but you're trying to host.
He never has anything.
Here, I'm gonna drop out and then I'll come back in with my new mic.
All right, sounds good, Rookie. No problem.
I'll send it for you if you want, so you can deal with your stuff.
Nah, I should have it here.
Fine. I'm just trying to be nice.
I know. If I can get my email to work. Let's see, where's Jesse?
This whole community I've been very amazed with. So it's just, I get mushy this time of year, and then I want to talk to everybody I care about.
I thought I had his email in here.
Well, aren't you so together?
Oh, I'm never together. It must be under something funny.
I have him in my recent emails. I could make it easy on you.
Yeah, go ahead. And send one to Chief Cook, I guess, too.
I don't know about Chief Cook.
You don't know Chief Cook?
No, unfortunately, that one I can't help with as much.
All right.
Jesse, however, I should be able to send one to, assuming my computer doesn't act like an effing spaz. Let's see, recent sends.
Chief Cook, DM me quick, and then I'll send you a link.
God, it's going slow. I hate the internet up here.
He's got a Santa Claus. I like that shirt.
Hell yeah, man. South Park, baby.
I got one of my Karate Kid shirts on.
Ah, it's Rookie. Hey, buddy.
What's up? How's your night going?
Introspective right now.
You look tired.
Nowhere near as bad as I've been the last few days. It's a lot better today.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Looks like Trey Chester got a Christmas gift already.
Sweet of Voltron. Nice. Sounds awesome. Hey there, Biden Touch in the chat. What's up? Biden Touch is a good fan.
Oh, yeah.
And I see U.S. Dutch Kitty was in there. The Mighty Wolf. Yep. Chief Cook. What's up, guys?
Good grief. How freaking slow is my computer trying to go?
I doth not know. I don't know. Got some people coming on in. So how's your Christmas going over there, Tom?
It's going. I'm hanging in there as best I can anyway.
All right.
So I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow, but like not much going on today. So I was just kind of like, yeah, hop on here.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, I keep on trying to sit down and write some scripts or some videos for later. And it's like, I'm like writing them and halfway through, I'm like falling asleep. I'm like, God, why am I tired? And like my cat sits on my lap and I can't move. And I'm like comfy. I'm like, shit.
Okay, well, Jesse should have the link.
All right, Jess, if you get a chance, you can hop in here.
Whenever
it's your family and stuff.
Doing it to the crow's nest? Doing it to the crow's nest, Jesse? Which one? There's so many Jessies.
Yeah, Jesse Miller.
Oh, yeah.
He's a pirate.
Oh, indeed. Erg. What does everybody in the chat want for Christmas? Go ahead, Rosa. Go ahead.
I was just saying Merry Christmas because I'm in a mushy, affectionate mood right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want...
It's always scary when I'm nice.
$1 million, and if I can't have that, I'll take...
What about $5?
$500,000.
Okay. $5 seems more reasonable.
That's right.
Tom, hush.
I don't know how to do that. Oh, we've got Mr. Robert Meyer Burnett in here. How you doing, Robert?
Greetings,
Merry Christmas.
programs. Merry
holy
Christmas.
crap. Holy crap.
How are you?
Hi. Now, sorry, I'm having a little nerd girl moment here.
We're just hanging out having some Christmas fun.
I got my little Logan's Run-esque sweater on tonight. For those of you who love Logan's Run.
Crap. Freaking crap.
Are you okay?
Somebody's having a little spaz out moment.
In a world where one girl had one last Christmas Eve.
Damn.
That's right.
It's funny because tonight I can't help but think if you know the Die Hard trailer, the trailer for Die Hard, the 80s announcer guy that was in every 80s trailer is like, it's Christmas Eve in Los Angeles.
One man, one desire.
I'm good, Tom. I'm sorry. I'm not used to having much anybody around me other than the little nobodies.
Rosetta, meet Robert. Robert, meet
Rosetta. How are you?
And also the rookie critic, Jeff.
Bad.
Jeff, good to meet you. By the way, this is
Sweethearts.
my new set. I'm broadcasting from my new set. This is I have multiple camera angles, but you're only seeing one right now because
looks good.
Still bringing everything up to speed.
Awesome. StreamYards would have a cow with different cameras anyway. So
yeah, they would.
That's good.
I wouldn't even know how you do. You'd have to get your own mixer board thing for that. But
well, I'm using. Look at this. This is. I'm using Wirecast. Check this out.
Ooh,
I know a couple people who got multiple cameras that they use through it. but I don't know how they do it. So
It's
I'd
really
have to talk to
interesting, and I'm to be honest, it's quite intimidating, but I'm working on it, and I'm setting up. I've got 3 cameras, but the problem is, I've learned everything I know from John Campion. I have to he can do it on the fly, and I'm trying to build it all up. But I've got I've got my whole space now, and look, I've even got, check this out, disco lights. Look at this.
Oh, you got the setup, man.
Look at that.
Nice.
There you go.
Disco lighting. By the way, here's all the DVDs and Blu-rays I've produced special features for.
Oh, nice.
But and then I got
that is beautiful.
yeah,
The ones on top there, you mean?
Yeah, but I can't. I'm still working on
That whole
getting
shelf
rid of.
is just gorgeous.
I say, let me make you big, but you already zoomed out, so that's all right.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I don't know. So how are you guys? What's up?
I'm
in
just
there.
screaming in the dark.
I like.
I remember the Die
I'm at
Hard
the
trailer.
freaking storage room of my mom's house.
The part I remember most is "It will blow you through the back of the theater."
They had an ad for that too. There was that ad. It was like the old Maxell tape ad, and that was. It's funny. I can't reach it, but I bought the when the Die Hard series came out on Blu-ray. 20th Century Fox made a Nakatomi building. It's like this big. And I have it. It'll be on the set where, and the at the base they have the discs. So I have my.
I missed out on that one. I wanted that for many, many years, and I'm sure it's worth 3 times as much now.
Okay, I'm going to make you guys. This is going to drive people crazy because I did it anyway. So, check this out. This is the best. This is the best packaging of any physical media for the year, and you don't get mad. Look at this.
Let me see.
Whoa.
This is the Game of Thrones.
That is beautifully done.
Okay, now look at this. This is the most insane. So it's got this leather strap, right? Now, can you see these visuals here?
Mm-hmm.
Each one of those is a season. So if you pull out a season, it has art, right? And then you've got the discs for each season on both sides. And when you slide it back in, the 8 different layers create this mosaic. I'm a huge physical media fan. I have never seen anything like this.
I know how to make stuff like that, but it's incredibly intense to do.
Yeah,
it's like a shadow box pop-up book.
Isn't that crazy?
It's gorgeous.
Welcome,
That's
Jesse.
freaking gorgeous.
Merry Christmas. Hose, hose, hose.
I want to introduce you to a very, very, very close friend of mine, Jesse Miller, Robert Murray Brunette.
How you doing, Jesse?
I
Yeah,
hung
I'm
out
his
with
black
him
sheep brother.
I hung out with him in Vegas through Las Vegas through the Star Trek.
And we didn't do
convention.
anything bad.
Not at all. Never.
Yeah,
not once.
bet.
We didn't hang out on Fremont Street at 4 a.m. with Proper Justin and all those guys. Nope. Well, we didn't.
You did not?
I almost got attacked by a guy with carpeting strips. And I laughed at him.
It was interesting. So yeah, how's your holiday been, Jesse?
Oh my God, I'm so full.
I heard you.
It's
had
only
some fun with the
Christmas
kid.
Eve.
Yeah, I usually do most of the holiday on Christmas Eve because my son's mother and I aren't together. Haven't been for years, so I let her have Christmas Day because my family always did Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's cool.
So then he gets to double down. Then I go over in the morning and watch him unwrap his stuff over there, so I get to double dip a little bit.
That's fantastic.
Makes sense. Cool. That's good.
But yeah, man, I cooked my ass off today. I sent you some pictures. I found this Gordon Ramsay recipe and I kind of changed it, which you really shouldn't do, but I did anyway. But like,
no, you should change it. Make it your own.
Yeah, like
Recipes are
sausage
all
with
about-
apple in it, man, and like,
dude.
I wonder what
Yeah.
he would have thought of it.
wrapped with sage leaves, rosemary in that bitch. Oh my god,
Wow.
fucking oh my god.
You ever ate at his restaurants, Robert?
You know, one in Vegas. The was it
Hell's
steak?
Kitchen?
I
Oh, the other one?
Steak. Yeah,
his restaurant.
steak. That's it. That's all. That I have to say that the one, well, not the one, but I'm very lacking in terms of my culinary understanding of life. I need to work on that. I mean, I love
Yeah, you
love
do.
food, but my tastes are simple. I need to become a foodie.
You know,
but
YouTube videos and a food thermometer, meat thermometer goes a long way.
well, it's funny you say that, sir. Jesse, I bought my girlfriend at Williams Sonoma today a meat thermometer. It cost $50.
Hi, Chris.
$50.
I don't even know what
That's
that
an expensive
means.
one.
I
Welcome,
know.
Chris.
I went all out between going to Sephora and buying gift cards in Williams Sonoma. And I feel I was the diligent boyfriend, pseudo father. I did all the work. And I
You know what you're going to learn when you start using it? That you overcook everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
The safety is drilled into our heads.
Hey,
Food
Mark
ain't gonna kill
Chure
us.
just sent you in a super chat. Hey, you guys want to see something cool?
Need a cola.
Check this out. I'm gonna go get something and not tell anybody. Just
All right, I'll do the super chat while you're doing that.
Hang
Merry
on.
Christmas to Tom, Mr. Robert Meyer Burnett, from your favorite toxic fan.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much,
Hang on.
Maxie. We're gonna be waiting. Robert's gonna surprise us here with something.
I'm
Welcome,
sorry,
Chris. How
I
you
look like
doing?
some weird space in the dark here, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a box.
It's better than the alternative behind me.
We got a box.
You know what this
that
is?
Is that a
Yes, it's a hot
Hot
toy.
Toys? I
It
was
is
just
a
gonna
hot
say
toy.
that.
It's a hot toy, and it's a re-release. I didn't get it when it first came out, and so check it out. They tried to deliver it last week, and they didn't leave me a tag, or normally they just leave it, and it showed up today. And I'm not going to open the whole thing up, but I'm just going to open it up because I wanted this figure, and you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. No, you'll see it. Look at this. This is my Christmas present. The Infinity War
Ooh,
Thor when he shows up with
God, that's
Stormbreaker.
gorgeous.
I know, right?
that's
Oh,
a
holy
couple
crap,
$100
that's
bucks.
gorgeous.
I mean, come on.
Oh.
All up in this mug. I've been
Pretty.
playing with my hot toys, designing the whole Robservatory here. And yeah,
That's
how
gorgeous.
cool is this?
That is beautiful.
Wow.
I mean, I've wanted this. I've got the only other Thor I bought was from the first Avengers. You know, there's hot toys everywhere. Look at this. I don't even have this.
I'm having so
never
many
even
nerd girl
opened this.
moments right now.
I've got like the Matrix Neo. I never even opened it. I've never
Oh.
opened this
Nice.
ever.
Freak.
I'm telling you. I mean, the part of this whole thing about having this new set is to open up all the stuff I've had in boxes, and it's fantastic.
What's that painting you have right there?
Okay.
Oh, okay. As many
It looks
people
like a
know,
plate poster.
well, as many people know, I produced and edited and post supervised a low budget indie feature coming out called Tango Shalom. This painting is the actual artwork. It's Mark Chagall-esque, and this was done by a Russian artist. This is actual art for the eventual movie poster.
Yeah,
So
looks.
here-
Yeah, I seen that
that's
on
exactly
your
what it struck me as when I
Facebook.
saw
Yeah.
it.
So here it is, and it's Chagall-esque. Wait, let's see.
It's show
Yeah.
and tell with Robert Meyer Burnett.
Show and tell. But I love this. I mean, the guy who did it's incredibly talented, and it's supposed to look like a Russian shtetl kind of a thing. But yeah, so this is the actual painting. I brought it in here to safekeeping. We screened the film for the very first time, finished. I've been working on it for 3 years, and we finished it and showed it last week for the first time.
All right.
Amazing
Rosetta's,
painting.
I think Rosetta's going to have to go for dinner soon.
Let me-
We do have
yeah,
a
let me
few other
have a
people to
couple
rotate
minutes to
in,
stay here.
so,
Goodbye to people.
we'll let her say goodbye. Merry
it was
Christmas.
absolutely amazing to get to meet you, Robert.
Well, it's
Thank
I'm
you
saying
for that moment.
good to meet you. You are very intriguing there in the dark. It's very Lord of the Rings.
I'm
Whispers
in the back
in the dark.
I'm in the back of my parents' house in the mountains, and this is her art room, and everything behind me is just bins and stacks and bags of craft supplies. So
What mountains?
Enjoy your family for the holiday.
What mountains?
I'm
are
in the
you-
Black Hills.
Wow,
Black Hills.
That's very nice.
Awesome.
That's where I
Alright,
grew
well,
up. I spend a lot of time out with the animals.
I'm
But
glad got a
I hear
chance
them
to say
getting finished
hello.
with dinner.
Yeah,
And
so go enjoy your family. And we're
Tom,
glad to see
Merry
you.
Christmas
Merry
to one of the
Christmas,
most
hon.
amazing people that I love dearly. Jesse, you're such a good friend. Same with you, Chris and Rookie. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. I'm so sad I have to leave, but I love you all.
It's okay. We'll be around. We'll be here.
Hopefully,
Here's
it's
to
gonna
that,
be bad.
Jesse.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Having a little vanilla porter.
All right. Well, we got Mecca and Mark in the back here. I want to say hi to Chris. We didn't really get a chance to say hi to Chris yet. Rookie, how much longer did you have, Rookie?
You know, you can do 10 minutes, a few minutes, whatever's needed. It's all
All
good.
right. Mecca, I'll get you in just a few minutes here, I promise. Tim Riggs sent us $4.99. Tom, Midnight's Edge, and Mead have given me so much entertainment this year. Want to say thank you, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays. Well, thank you so much, Tim Riggs. You also have given us so much love. And you guys out there make this all possible. Hey, Orange Hat Reviews, how you doing? There's so many great people showing up. We got Mecca here in the back. We got Mark here now. How you doing, Mark?
Hello. Not too bad. How's everybody doing?
How's it doing in the Great White North up there?
Amazing,
Not too bad. I'm
actually.
in a slightly less Great White part of the North. I'm in Toronto, which is as much of a metropolitan city as you can possibly get in Canada. So I'm no longer in the wilderness.
So Mark the Cyborg, meet Robert Meyer Burnett and Chris Knight of the Real Reviews 3000.
Hello to you both.
Hello.
Mark has his own channel and he also works with Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah, we meet again, Mr. Cyborg.
Yes, Rookie, I know you.
I have to say one of my favorite moments in 2019 was Jeremy invited me on his show, and I went on it, and I thought we had a great time together, and I knew we would.
And I'm proud of what little I had to do with that, but yeah.
But I have to say, you know, it was very controversial. And my own YouTube channel, I'm always like, why? My baseline is that we're all fans. We all love this stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. You know, and we can discuss and debate. I mean, I've been going to science fiction conventions since I was like 8. And the whole point is to have discourse. And people are like, you can't go on to Jeremy's Geeks and Gamers channel. And I'm like, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
I mean, like we're all fans, and he and I thought we had a rollicking good time.
Well, it's too often that people take a question like, hey, which movie is better, Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi? And it turns less into a conversation or debate about the merits of each film and more into the, if you don't like what I like, you're a bad person and I hate you. And it's like, well, that's not really fair, though, is it?
I think that's just sort of a
taste.
How old are you? That's what matters too.
Yeah.
It's sort of a new phenomenon, though. You know, I don't like. I'm an old man with one foot in his grave, and I'm a old
That's
school
a terrible
fan.
thing to say.
Well, no, but it's look. I'm having a good time. I'm going to slide into home plate with a martini in my hand, and I'll like James T. Kirk. I'm going to say it's been fun. But the when I was a kid, you would go to conventions because I didn't know anyone there were no fans, and you'd go to have these conversations, and everybody, even though you disagree and argue, we did it with a smile on our face. There was no vitriol. There was no, and it's so weird now that there is. And by the way, Empire Strikes Back is way better than Return of the Jedi.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Objectively and subjectively.
Subjective, I think I prefer Return of the Jedi, but Empire Strikes Back is the better movie.
Yeah, out of every single Star Wars movie, I would pick Empire.
Mecca's in the back. Fight me, Ewoks. She'll be coming in here shortly as soon as Rookie can dip out or anybody else needs to go. But she's getting ready to join us.
I just want to remind everybody that the Ewoks did in fact eat all of those stormtroopers.
Yeah.
They were going to eat Luke and Han.
Yeah. We're
like
like happy playing the helmets like drums. I'm like, that's about 8 dead people right
Who
there.
knows?
Good little murder teddy bear, she says.
Come on, man. They were weren't they oh no, they were conscripted by then, so they were real people.
Yeah, we see now there's 3 empires that the Emperor has created: the Empire, First Order, and the Sith one. So there you go.
By the way, I want to go to that temple. I want to know, how do you book the temple on Exegol, because I want to have like Iron Maiden play there. I think like they showed you that
Iron
temple.
Maiden to play anywhere. Can I come?
I mean, that temple was barely shown. I'm like, who are all those people? Like, where they come from, and what are they doing there? Did they just hang out?
Sitting there, and I even said that they were sitting there, and like, you know, 25 years after Return of the Jedi, they're sitting there going like, okay, when's this damn show start? Come on.
I know, man.
That's
I
what
hope
I
in
was like.
Galaxy's Edge they build the Exegol Temple, and you know, whether it's great moments with Palpatine or whether you can just celebrate the dark side and become a Sith Lord and have like Sith revivals there 24/7. I love that temple. We didn't see enough of it. Who are those people? How much did the tickets cost? Did Ticketmaster sell them? Do they get scalped? I don't know.
Is it in Sith dollars? You know?
Yeah, I want to know. I like, where did all those people come from?
It looked like a Death Clock concert. Like if anybody knows Metalocalypse on what was it?
Oh yes. By the way,
Hey,
since you brought that
I
up,
have a question.
let me drink to John Schnepp.
How is Tom not on his own stream?
Because he can take himself out.
For
Tom
for
removed
sex
himself.
person?
A drink. I need a drink, but a drink to John Schnepp. Yes, I miss that man.
Metalocalypse. I mean, he was.
And
one
I
of
didn't
the-
even know him, and you did, Robert.
Camera.
So yeah. Okay, I'm moving back out to go grab a drink.
I didn't buy a Christmas tree, but I just wore one instead. Is that okay? Is that
Good
cool?
move.
Because somebody sent me a baby Yoda ornament, and it actually matches the dress, and it's perfect for this empty spot. So
You
I'm
just
like,
need a hot glue gun. You're good to go.
right? Well, I already put lights on.
Just don't
I
do
added
it while
more
you're
shit
wearing
to
it.
this. I added more crap. I added lights. It jingles.
It lights up.
Yes,
Oh shit! Where's the battery?
Good features.
they're on. They're earrings. I put earrings on it to keep them lighting up, but one of them died.
Interesting.
Because I don't do Christmas. So.
Christmas
really
is
do.
fun as hell. It's just a ton of work.
Well,
It is.
who am I doing Christmas for? Just me?
For you.
Maybe next year we'll have better circumstances for everybody. So
Oh yeah.
Tom left me in charge. Don't leave me in charge.
There won't be a horrible Star Wars movie next year for Christmas. So there you go.
Yay!
Won't there be?
Won't there be?
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna head out though, so that Tom could still come back to the stream. And yeah, thanks for inviting me on, Tom. It's a Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good time and whatnot, as the holidays are, finally just about over. In a way, sometimes the build up is part of the fun. But I don't know. Nice to meet you, Robert. And yeah,
Good to meet you.
talked to all you
Rookstar.
guys before, so you're all good. All right, yeah. Happy holidays. See you guys later.
Happy
Take it
holidays.
easy, rookie.
Merry Christmas.
Tom went to get a drink, so I don't know when he's gonna come back. Oh,
Merry
no.
Christmas, Jeff. I'm here. I was just letting
Okay.
him say his goodbye. Okay, now we're full house. We're caught up. I got everybody in the stream for now. So yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. How's everybody's Christmas been going? Did you get what you wanted yet, Robert Meyer Burnett, or do you got to wait for Santa Claus?
I mean, I look at it this way. I pretty much buy myself what I want. I'm like
You're
the
like
worst.
me.
That's what I usually do
Like,
too.
like I don't even, because the stuff that I buy is like, you know what I asked for? I asked for an airbrush this Christmas because I build models and I needed a new airbrush because I just got, I don't know if you guys like Robotech or Macross. I don't know if you might be
Yeah,
beyond.
I've seen all the Robotech shows.
So, well, they came out with a model kit of a Valkyrie, a fighter,
yeah,
a 1/20th scale. It's huge.
yeah. I
It's
was
just-
thinking, I was like, that's pretty big.
It's
Like
massive.
considering the size of a Valkyrie. Like,
yeah. Playmax from Japan made it. It was very limited edition. I ordered it because I'm going to hang it. I'm in this new space. I've been building this, basically this. I
When he
call it
has to
the.
put new framing in the ceiling to hang the model.
Yeah, well, I call it the Robservatory. It's my garage, but I'm basically putting everything I own in it, and I want to hang model rockets and all this stuff like when I was 8. And I want this thing to be the centerpiece of it. But of course, I needed an airbrush because you have to pre-shade when you paint it. I also have a 3-foot model of the space battleship Yamato or the Argo from Star Blazers that I've never built. It's sitting in a box right over there. And now that I have a new airbrush, I'm just going to sit out here all day long and paint models.
There you
That's
go.
all I want to do. I'd like to spend the rest of if I could make money doing that, I would.
All right.
that's what I've been saying about YouTube for the last year.
I don't want to do travel videos anymore. I'm like, I could take a camera and go here, here, and
can.
here. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm like, I think I want to add some more of that next.
Do you guys have favorite YouTubers that you watch? Like people that maybe that aren't even in the genre space, that aren't
Oh,
even
yeah.
talking about who are some of your favorite YouTubers?
I love like retro blasting and
Oh, that's
Oddity
I love that channel.
Archive, and I love there's Minty. I used to watch his a lot. Not so much anymore.
Minty
but,
will marathon his stuff.
Is
Oh.
Minty the guy who does the omnibus reviews? Or no, is that someone else?
He's the Australian guy who does like the 10 things you didn't know about Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, right.
And then there's a lot of them I
okay.
do. I hate leaving out names because I watch a lot of YouTubers besides just ones within the community. Tim Ring sent us a $4.99 super chat. If I can throw a log on the fire, the current divisive state of fandoms I blame on Big Bang Theory and commercial enslavement of nerd culture. Yeah, that and the McDonaldization of nerd culture.
Let me ask you a question. How come every time there's a nerd on TV, they always have some great job and a nice place to live and all this bullshit? Real nerds are scraping the
Well,
fuck
look at
by.
Friends. Look at Friends too. I mean, what
Yeah,
did Patrick
where
Wilson
were
do?
they working?
Didn't one of them work at a department
I think they had
store?
always explained it as being a rent-controlled apartment that was
It
technically
was all
Monica's
those
grandmother's.
shows. Yeah. All those shows.
What about
in
the idiot
90s.
neighbors? Chandler had a job. Joey was a friggin' moron.
Well, he
All
was an
those shows in
actor
the
though.
90s were a little unbelievable. The
But
only
he
one
never
that
he got a role like once.
the only one I found remotely believable was like one of the worst of them, and that was Full House, and that was just because Danny was a TV anchor, so he probably did do all right.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the rest of them, I'm like, there's no way Larry Appleton afforded that fucking
The
apartment
house,
in
yeah.
Chicago.
Well, no,
There's just
Chicago,
no.
New York.
Well, they were in the
Right.
apartment, then he bought a house.
Yeah, then he bought a house and he's working for an antique store. Give me a break.
What did
my favorite
Kramer
episode is where
ever
the
actually
basement
do
was.
on Seinfeld?
Yeah,
Like,
Kramer and all those
Kramer
guys,
never had
yeah.
a job, and that was like
There was that other one,
specifically
Living
stated at
Single,
any
but of course
point.
that was a bunch of girls living together. But still, they had a really nice place.
I remember that show. I liked that show.
Yeah, it was all right show, but it was just you had that in the '90s. A lot of them,
Yeah.
especially, was like Roseanne was one of the few where you finally got a house where people you felt like okay, they actually lived
it
in
looked like
that
a real
house. Yeah. Deranged Lunatic sent us $2. Mecca, I like your Christmas tree ornaments. But yeah, who else do you guys like to listen to? Rob, let's start with you since you brought up the question, then we'll go around.
Well, okay. I showed Hot Toys figures. There's a guy named Justin. He's Australian, and he does videos called Justin's Collection. And he shows his Hot Toys figures. And because he's in Australia, he gets Hot Toys figures first. But he has a beautiful setup, a beautiful display. And then basically he does unboxing and then he does in-depth reviews. And I love that guy. I don't know him. He doesn't know who I am, but I watch him all the time. And there's another dude, and his name is Genic, Jenic, and he builds models. But he builds like Gundam models, and he built like this year, he built a model of a Lamborghini Aventador. This dude is like the greatest model painter of all time. Like I sit there and I watch him like others watch pornography. I just watch like
porn.
I will never ever, if I my entire life I could be a Padawan apprentice to somebody, I will never be able to paint the way Genic paints. And the thing is, you never get to see him. Like you only see his hands, and you see him, painting. And I sit there and I watch his videos, and they're very serene, but they're also depressing because I'll never be able to do that. But they're both in the same like genre space. One's Hot Toys figures and action figures, and the other is model, Gundam models. But there's another guy that I love. His name's Davey504, and he's got like he's approaching 5 million subscribers, and he's a bass guitarist. He's this Italian dude. He's just this fun. He loves the bass guitar, and he took it up like 9 years ago. But he's like a virtuoso guitar player, and he has a very Italian humor. His sensibility is very funny, and I don't play the guitar. I'm not a musician, but I love his videos, and I think he's really funny. His whole persona that he's developed is very funny. The way he edits his videos is very funny. And I don't know why I even stumbled across him, but I love that dude. His name's Davey504, and I don't know why I even found him, but I watch him a lot.
That's cool. Of course, I always watch like RLM and Angry Video.
Yeah,
those
Rise
are
of
mainstay.
Skywalker.
Yeah, those are
just in case people are wondering.
The bag was so funny.
Yeah, just in case people are wondering out there, I think most of us do. Nelson Sharita sends us $2. Veritech X is greater than X-Wing SDF-1, which is greater than Death Star. which is Robotech is greater than Star Wars. I think I said that correctly, did I?
I think so.
Too bad Rob's not here. He's a Robotech fan too.
Well, it's funny. The Veritech fighters. So for those of you who don't know, if you've never seen Robotech, it's an anime from Japan, and it was called Macross. The first version of it was called Macross.
That I know.
And it was, what was really cool about it was they have these, basically they're F-14 Tomcat jets that transform into Jurwalk mode and Batroid mode. They basically turn into robots, but they're piloted. So they're not like Transformers. They're not super robots. They're real robots. And
but there's still more than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Well, because the aliens that they were fighting were
the Zentradi.
much larger than people. So the idea was to make it so that there was something that could go toe to toe with their enemies. So they have basically, like you said, F-14s that turn into robots.
Yes, and who doesn't love that? And I'm a huge fan. But I X-Wing fighters, I don't know. X-Wing fighters predate Veritech fighters, so I don't know if you could say that X-Wings are better. But you can't see it here, but I have many X-Wings and many Veritech fighters in this room that I'm sitting in, and I love them all.
I just see in the chat, Mighty Wolf has said Mauler, probably my favorite YouTuber.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. I mean, I listen
he's
to a
like
lot
in the
of the ones in the
fandom.
fandom.
I know, and
Part
that's
of us.
why I was on a stream with them once, and I kind of fangirled out a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
Me too.
Is Mauler, is that M-A-U-L? Like I always say Mauler, like Darth Mauler. That dude
M-A-U-L,
his videos are epic.
Yeah.
Epic. I watch everything he does.
Last Christmas, his TFA Part 1 review came out, and I told my parents, I'm like, leave me alone for like an hour and a half, 2.5 hours.
Bye, social life.
Yeah.
Well, Red Letter Media really sort of set the tone. I remember I discovered them, I don't know how long ago, Plinkett's review of Star Trek Generations.
I remember watching that on their website and not on YouTube.
I had seen the one on Generations.
I mean, that was the first time I ever.
Yeah, that was like their
them.
first one, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they did the 4 Next Generation movies before they did their epic. I mean, their videos on the prequel trilogy. If you want to write or work in franchise filmmaking, those videos are essential in terms of understanding how to build story. I mean, they really do a great job. But their Generations review, I think I was working on the Lord of the Rings, the documentaries the first time I watched that, and I was laughing uproariously, and all my coworkers like, "What's so funny, dude?" I'm like, you wouldn't understand. But man, that Generations review was great. Loved it.
I've got to try to track that down. Yeah, I've obviously seen the prequel ones and the ones they've done. I say he as if Plinkett is a real person and not a character. Right. But I've seen the Plinkett review on the 2 new Star Wars movies and the Ghostbusters one. But I didn't think. Oh, you know what? And the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I actually seen the original. Like it was kind of like a video / documentary thing they did before the review where they used that they got some of those interviews from in the thing where they're asking like, can you describe certain characters without naming their job or what they look like that was part of another thing that I think Mike did on his own before that kind of led to that. It's on YouTube now. But yeah, I follow those guys from way back when, because plus from being from Wisconsin, I'm like, oh god, these guys are from Wisconsin. That's so cool, And they were actually video on the internet. I mean, I remember trying to find video on the internet way before YouTube. It was like, I remember going to like blended videos or whatever they were called, where all that kind of stuff. So Jesse, who else do you listen to then? I know you listen to probably some weird stuff sometimes.
Well, he's on a podcast. We plug our show. We do a show with a punk rock guy, a friend of ours on Creepy Little Book. We talk about like UFOs, aliens, weird stuff.
High Strangeness every night. It's a late night show. It's 1:30 to 2 start time Eastern Standard.
It's really good stuff.
Every night's different.
Really good community that we've got in chat too.
What's it called? What's the show called?
High
Strangeness, and it's on a Creepy Little Book.
And when do you do that?
Really late, midnight my time. So
what day?
Every day. So bad for you.
Every day of the week.
Loving
really?
California. Yeah.
Yep.
I that's right up my alley. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
check
they
it.
do all kinds of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it's
aliens
tough, but,
to ancient civilizations to
Yeah.
you name it.
If you're into
Food porn.
coast,
Also,
like,
creepy little
Lord
book
Nori
on
and
a
all that.
certain type of shoot has all the back videos.
Yeah, he does short videos. He's got like about 30,000 subs, but because he technically falls into sometimes the conspiracy stuff, sometimes it's
Well, anytime two people come together to plan something, that's a conspiracy if no one else knows about it.
Exactly.
We're just trying to figure out who's full of shit here.
I go back to Catherine Bigelow's Strange Days. It's not whether you're paranoid, Lenny. It's whether you're paranoid enough.
I love
Exactly.
that movie.
I
do
It's
too.
a fantastic movie.
If you don't
anyone
think
has
that there's
not
people
seen
out there
Strange
trying to
Days,
get the upper hand on other people, then you're just crazy.
That reminds me of a conspiracy theory. Also, to the movie where like everybody thinks that Mel Gibson's crazy, but he's actually not.
that was the first movie I can ever remember using a lot of
Wait.
POV shots too.
That was called Conspiracy Theory. That movie.
Did
I know,
Mel
that's
Gibson
what- yeah.
actually go crazy though? So are they right?
Very
He probably knew
possibly.
all along.
I think he had the unfortunate combination of being drunk, going through a divorce, and having a cop piss him off at the wrong time.
And he's Australian.
Yeah.
Well, and he was hooked up with a Russian woman. Always a
Jesse got it. That was an easy night for Mel being Australian. They caught him on a good night. So. No, I think it's time.
Hey,
He
look,
got
I've seen The Patriot. They did catch him on a good night.
That's what I was, well, I was gonna say I don't know. I think it's time we forgive him.
They're all just lucky he didn't just look up and yell,
I mean,
freedom.
some of the anti-Semitic stuff he said was pretty. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he went on.
I don't know.
He probably popped a
I did miss
pain pill
him
or
in the
something,
last
took
Mad
its
Max
swig.
movie. I don't know.
I mean, I love Fury Road, but it would have been really cool if he came back as Max.
Old grizzled Max.
Max
Oh.
Rockatansky, falling in. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
That lead villain in that with the mask and the teeth. Every time I saw him, I always thought of Hillary Clinton.
Do you know that's the same guy from Road Warrior?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same
Oh,
bad guy.
the toe
The
cutter.
walk away guy. Just walk away.
Just walk
No,
away.
Wow.
no. It's toe
Oh, no,
cutter
it's not.
from
You're right,
Mad
you're right.
Max.
You're
That's
right.
not the Lord Humongous. That's
must
Oh,
have
you're
been-
right. You're right.
Just
I'm
walk
sorry,
away and
Robert.
there's
Must
been
have been
too
like
much
20 back
killing
in the
already.
day.
Oh, man, Road
I'm
Warrior
old.
was so good too. I want to rewatch Road Warrior now.
It is. You know what? By the way, that movie holds up.
Yep,
Mhm.
I know.
Robert's
So
one of the few
good.
people that if he corrects me, I won't argue with him. So
Well, it's like Immortan Joe was the toe cutter.
yes,
You know, and,
you're right. Yes,
and I want to. I'm blanking on his name. I know his name, but I'm
know.
blanking on it. But that movie. Oh God,
I even like Thunderdome. I don't care what people say.
I did too.
No, I
You're
did
just
too.
a raggedy man.
I don't know.
Too
It's
bad
either
I
one
didn't-
or
I
the
didn't
other,
think
but-
any
then
of them
turned
are
out to be a
bad. I
handicap
think
guy and
Road
you feel bad.
Warrior, I think is the one that holds up the best. by
Well, that's the
far.
thing is you
Like,
have Road Warriors like
so
a T2, you know, it like just hangs above all the other ones. You're just like, even though it's so, it's not much different than all the other films, but it's at the same time, it's
It
just
moves
so
a lot
unattainable.
slower.
I think the
Yeah.
argument could be made for Terminator 1 over Terminator 2.
Well,
I don't know
I-
that I'd necessarily agree with it.
I totally
would
understand
hear
where you're
that
coming
argument.
from, and I'm one of those people who piss people off because I'll say all Terminator 2 is exactly what every sequel in the 80s was. Cameron just managed to do it with enough shiny stuff that he distracted us.
The first one again,
It's
but
the
bigger.
exact same movie, but bigger, exactly down
Well, I
to the
think-
line and scenes.
Look, he had the one hand cocking of the shotgun, riding the motorcycle off of a concrete barrier into an
Ending with the
aqueduct,
chase
has
down a
bigger
highway
expansion
into
to
an
it.
industrial factory of some kind that instead of having like just metal and things that crush, there's fire and icy elements that need to be contended with.
But
Anyway,
you
you're
know,
gonna
You
say
guys ever
Robert,
seen
yeah.
the behind the scenes stuff that with him and what's the kid's name? Robert or Patrick?
Edward
Robert
Furlong?
Furlong.
Yeah.
Edward Furlong. That's it.
If you watch that, the chemistry those two had, it was amazing. I think that's what helped the movie. Because all the time they had on screen together, the chemistry the two of them had. Arnold Schwarzenegger would go and like just play with him by picking him up by the back of his shirt and stuff, and like move him. If you watch the behind the scenes stuff, it's just amazing the chemistry they had behind the camera, let alone on front of the camera. So,
well, I think also the comedy
Nice.
too was
I want to buy that shirt.
Yeah, Justice.
Use the promo code Snowflakes for 40% off.
I got my movies are not mandatory mug in my PO box today. It looks really good in that green color. So
You were gonna say
you
something.
might want to choose green.
Yeah, you were going to say something, Robert. What were you going to say there?
Oh,
about Terminator?
well, here's what I find interesting about the Terminator franchise. When it opened in 84, when the Terminator opened, it was the perfect B movie. I mean, it was put out. It was not. Everyone knew it was a B movie. It was marketed as a B movie, and when you went there and saw it, it was so thrilling. It was so the filmmaking. I mean, even though the Future War stuff and the visual effects sometimes could have been a little dodgy compared to ILM's effects, it had such verve and it was so in your face, and it had this incredible pacing, and it was so relentless. There hadn't been a movie like that before. And it was made, I think it was made, I want to say 4 million. It might have been 6 million.
The first Terminator was really, really independent guerrilla filmmaking.
I mean, you know what I really loved about it was that at the end when Reese really started putting the screws to him, like he really wanted to start to take out the Terminator. That's when it got more realistic, I think, because he was using pipe bombs he made out of some shit. And he wasn't stopping him.
No, but it defined.
It was great.
I mean, Cameron announced. I mean, he'd done Piranha 2: The Spawning, but nobody knew him. Terminator was his real entrance onto the filmmaking stage, and he had done visual effects for things like Galaxy of Terror and Battle Beyond the Stars for Roger Corman. Escape from New York he worked on, and this was his first. This was his sort of announcement film, and it was so. When you saw it, you could tell that there was a real visionary behind it. And then that was 84. And then in 91, T2 was the first movie that was made for $100 million.
And it was so slick. Everything about that movie was just right.
And it was such a strange leap because, of course, in the interim, Cameron had made Aliens. And then he made True Lies. And when he made Aliens, what's funny about that is he was married to Gail Ann Hurd at the time. And she's one of the great Hollywood producers. And she really kept him in check. And Aliens was also, if you look at the original Terminator and Aliens, they share a lot of DNA. They look a lot alike, even though Aliens is essentially, even though it cost almost 20 million at the time, that was a lot, but it looks like a low budget version of what we would get today. There's the same kind of, there's rear projection work that was used. And it was all about James Cameron would play the audience through his shot choices, his editorial work, like a player piano. He knew exactly how to construct an action scene. The guy is a virtuoso. Spielberg is an incredible director. But Cameron, the way he could create action, he really understood his shot choices, and it was amazing to watch that evolution. And if you look at the original Alien, it's such an elegant film, and it's all about setting a mood and an atmosphere. Well, it was already done, so Cameron came in and basically gave us a war movie instead, and he was such a confident voice, and it was so amazing to watch his evolution from 84 with Terminator, and then he did Aliens, The Abyss, and then T2. And it wasn't even a whole decade. It was 7 years.
Yeah.
And the guy it was unbelievable watching that kind of talent. And now you have armies of pre-visualization people. I mean, Cameron was a matte painter. He was a visual effects artist. Then he became a director. What you saw was all him. I mean, of course, he had help, but it was so great to watch that career evolve. And
I always felt like Alien was a haunted house movie and the alien was a ghost, and it was the fact that you can't leave the haunted house.
Yeah, well, they actually compare. I've heard a lot more people compare it to Halloween, but yeah, same difference. It's like a horror movie in space.
You make a good point on the fact of evolution because, like you said, from aliens to like the abyss. Well, if you listen again, I'm a big commentating or the commentation behind the movie. I listen to all the director's commentary and all that.
Yeah,
he flat out says in the abyss that when they did the CGI for that, he was already thinking and working towards T2. So he took the abyss and everything he did, and then when he got something that he liked, he's like, if I can do this, I know I can do this. And every time he did these movies, it was like setting up for the next thing. He's like, I can get away with just enough here in the abyss and it'll look good with the water and all that, but look, if I can get this, I can get a full face, or I can make it look even better. And
if only there was a way I could make this Terminator liquid.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Cameron was always thinking ahead. Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's using his projects to prove.
But I think he fell behind. Now, hopefully he can figure out some kind of gimmick with Avatar too. But otherwise, it's kind of reached a point. I think
I never liked Avatar.
Too much in his bubble. Yeah, between Avatar and Titanic, I wasn't a big fan. But
the big, I didn't connect with the big blue stretchy things.
The thing with Cameron, I hear everybody say is he can do everybody's job better than them.
Right.
So have him make a Fantastic Four movie.
He would kick it. He would kick that son of a bitch out the park. I bet he was supposed to make Spider-Man before Raimi.
He got the money. Spend it.
I got to get these super chats out of the way before they disappear. Christopher Richett sends us Canadian $5. Happy holidays and good cheer to all. Well, thank you so much. And we're having some good cheer with some good friends here on Midnight's Edge After Dark. We even got Rob waiting in the wings. But he's just going to have to be patient till somebody can check out here quick.
How about I'll do that because I still have to go finish putting that arcade machine together.
All right, you do that. I want to see that. I want to see a video of that.
Yeah,
I want to get one of those.
Out how to live stream it. I might have to.
The turtle ones?
Star Wars arcade game?
Well, he got the Turtles one.
Oh, well, I want the Rampage one. I want that one. I
want that beast. And I'm so mad because they had it for Black Friday, like almost half price.
Oh, man.
And now it's like $400. It was like $250 on Black Friday. Now it's like $400.
Yeah,
I know.
You're fighting the crowds, and especially because it's heavy.
I could have got one. I just didn't have the money at the time.
Yeah, that's the thing. I couldn't.
But Merry Christmas.
That's why God invented credit cards.
Yeah, right. I didn't have one of
I'm not
those.
even thinking about.
Well, now Rob just bopped out. Rob, get your butt back in here. But yes, Jesse, Merry Christmas, and I appreciate you stopping by, brother.
Absolutely. You guys are all beautiful, and have a lovely evening. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a great night.
Indeed.
Peace.
Take care, pirate.
See you later.
Merry Christmas. Good to see you.
That's
Merry Christmas. This is your idea of Christmas. I gotta be here for New Year's.
Right?
Later, guys.
Thank you so much, Jesse, for stopping in. Mark C sent us $5, and since he's here now, Rob can read it.
Mark C, by the way. Mark
$5
is a great man. I'm going to raise my glass to Mark C. He's been very good to me this year. Great contributor. I'm glad to have him. Thank you, Mark. Cheers to you, sir. This is a fine.
Cheers to Mark C. $5. A fine what there? Fine glass of Guinness?
I was going to say it's a fine vanilla stout. I've never had it before.
Stout. Ooh.
Actually, wait, pardon me. It's a porter. It's not even stout.
I was about to say, stouts are like drinking bread.
Here it is. This is what I'm drinking. It's from Colorado. So there you go.
Man, now I want a beer.
I know. Why lie? I need a beer.
Yeah. Mark C, $5. Love you guys, but Doomcock is the best 8 hours you can have on YouTube. Yeah, it's hard to top that. The man is an endurance champion.
He is like, what would you compare him to? The Rich Little / Frank Sinatra /
See,
YouTube.
He's pretty great.
Sorry, go ahead. No,
I just said he's great.
Oh yeah, no, I would do like long endurance live streams, but I don't know if anybody just wants to hear me clicking on the keyboard or snoring or whatever. I mean, if there's a market for that, let me know. I'll go ahead and do it. I mean, I'm perfectly fine doing it.
Little too much clickety.
Man, after seeing Rise of Skywalker, though, I just realized like Doomcock is so vindicated after all the people that were like, "Oh, he's just reporting on rumors as if they're facts." It's like, well, I guess he was right about literally everything.
Now he's reporting on facts that they called rumors.
Yeah.
Well, and everybody overlooks some of the stuff too, but we all were getting it from the same place. But yeah, it was just, it's crazy. Have you seen the latest bit, Robert, about what happened behind the scenes?
Oh,
in our latest video.
Yes, I did watch that. Good. It's funny. I want to give it up, by the way, to Midnight's Edge because it's interesting. I started watching Red Letter Media in my early days of YouTube because there was production value. There was editing going on, and when I first stumbled across Midnight's Edge, and I'm sure it was a Star Trek video, and I was watching, and I'm like, these guys and girls they're really taking their time.
Tell them. I don't do anything on the main channel.
Well, I really enjoyed the videos, and it made me. I was like, okay, I will watch this, and I was a big fan of the videos. I mean, yes, my Discovery hatred was it probably got me into it, but I really enjoyed the production value, and I didn't know any of you guys and gal before I came on, and I was a big fan. And it's very interesting. I feel like Doomcock is a character. It's entertainment value. I mean, Cthulhu, he's in the center of the earth. Cthulhu's there with him, and there's
it's great because he came up with this whole have you heard our interview with him?
There's a whole mythology. And I'm like, how can you not I find my whole thing on my own channel is I'm all about positivity.
Yeah.
But when I see what Doomcock does, I love his videos because he's a persona. It's a character. And again, the baseline is he loves this stuff, as we all do. He loves Star Wars. He loves Star Trek. He loves it all. And he's created, I mean, you can't not look at his ramshackle helmet which I love it. I love it so much. And the fact that there's blue screen work and compositing, and when he goes into his lair and you see he's doing the voices. I mean, this is a show. This takes talent. This takes somebody who's thinking and effort and intelligence. I mean, there is entertainment value. Whether you want to just write him off as some kind of toxic fan, that's fine. But you have to understand,
we all get.
But it's a persona, and he's doing something. There's entertainment value there. And I look, when I hear his voice, I know what his real voice sounds like because I've watched the podcasts. But I love what he does. Mm-hmm. I do. And I find it to be wildly entertaining.
And as you say, he builds on that verisimilitude in that you almost believe there is a man with a robot army at the center of the earth.
No, what do you mean? I believe it.
Yes.
I believe in two things. Doomcock and Santa Claus.
We all better believe it because we all better believe it because he's actually promised me Australia when he conquers the earth. So.
Yeah, and I get New Zealand, but I really wanted Australia.
Dibs on Japan,
Antarctica.
Yeah.
But that was just so I could just say it in the Lex Luthor voice. Australia. I got an affinity for beachfront property.
Ruler of Australia.
Why do you say these things to me when you know I will kill you
for them? So good.
That's
good. Well, General.
I'm people that knows people.
Lord,
I could bring you the son of Jor-El.
But
I
he
love Superman too. I don't care what anybody
says. He is but one. You are three. Well, four if you count him twice.
If you count him twice.
Yep.
What was the story? Richard Lester came in right after.
After they fired Donner, who had shot about 75% of the movie, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get a chance to see the Donner cut, do yourself a favor.
How do you fire?
Richard
Donner?
That's missing. The Donner cut's missing. General, would you care to step outside?
It's got a different version. Yeah,
I know, but By the way, Richard Lester, if you guys haven't seen the 3 and the 4 Musketeers, he basically made a duology that they filmed all at once. And it's that's why the Salkinds knew him. And I think you guys, if you haven't seen it, it's so good.
Well,
Michael
Richard
York
Lester,
is in it.
yeah. Well, Richard Lester, of course, directed one of my favorite movies, A Hard Day's Night. So
Yeah.
And How I Won the War. So John's first role without the other Beatles with him. But what we lose Tom? What happened? Oh, Script Doctor. Hey, Script Doctor, what's going on?
If I throw my cam on for a sec, you can see that in my dad's office there is a lot of Beatles memorabilia.
Yeah, as there is here, as everybody knows. So this is right within reach. So
nice.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, and I play I play a red Les Paul because that's what George played, and I played.
Your internet fixed?
I don't think I did. It's actually working pretty well right now, which is a miracle. Frontier Communications is supposed to file for bankruptcy in the new year, so I'm like,
no,
good.
His mom's just not shopping online now. That's what it is.
I'm like, fuck them, fuck Frontier, they suck. They bought Verizon, all Verizon's customers on the West Coast, and I said to all my friends on the West Coast, "Oh, you people are in for an unpleasant surprise now if you have Verizon." So I don't know what you have, Robert. I don't know what you have for internet provider, but
we have Spectrum.
Okay, Spectrum. Yeah, I hear those commercials out here, but they're not in my area. We have Comcast and Frontier. So those are our choices.
Go with either of those.
So can I ask, where is everybody? I mean, I know. Where are you all? Where do you all hail from?
I am in a Japanese volcano that does not make lava lamps. That's where I'm at.
And you're stealing spacecraft from orbit.
That's true. I am. You've heard my plot. Damn it.
I know.
I normally live in a rural Canadian military town, but it's Christmas and I'm on my Christmas leave. So right now I'm at my parents' house in Toronto on my little mobile setup.
Nice.
I'm a Canadian though.
I had relatives in Toronto, near Toronto, in Scarborough, actually.
Yeah, it's where my family's from. Actually, it's not
yeah.
where I am now, but it's where both my parents went to university and met.
Well, I dream of drinking at Hamilton's. Is it Hamilton? Shakespeare's. There's a bar in Toronto. Now I can't remember the name. I guess it's Shakespeare's. Is it some bar?
I don't know if I've ever been to a place called Shakespeare's, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, there is a Shakespeare's in Toronto. I know this because this winter I am working there because I don't have an agent anymore and I'm stuck in Canada.
What area is it in? What's the intersection?
I have no idea.
Neither do I. I just hear about it from some of my dorky theater goer.
Yeah, Rob. I don't know if you've met.
Live in Toronto.
I don't think you've
in East York, Greek Town.
You've met Script Doctor yet. I call him Bill, but he works on the inside, so he's incognito.
Well, greetings, Bill.
Well, greetings to you, Robert Meyer Burnett, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone here on the panel. Thank you for inviting me. I hope you're all having a wonderful time.
I always do.
Simply having wonderful Christmas time.
Do we need someone to rotate out with Tom?
I have to rotate out.
Okay.
It's almost 8:00 here. I'm in California, and it's time. The lamb. I've been told the lamb is almost done.
Oh boy.
I know. My girlfriend Elizabeth is a gourmand. She's an incredible cook. And she has been slaving over the lamb, so I'm going to go eat it. I mean, I'm here in a house with 2 teenage girls and Elizabeth, so I win, I guess. Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed, though. I mean, Mecca was something you were talking Macross before.
Yes.
So we'll have to talk. We'll have to talk about that next time. Yeah.
Well, wait. I wonder if I can. Can I reach it? I'm wondering if I can. I can't. I just would love to show the box for the Valkyrie that I have. Here, wait. You know what? Hang on.
Yes, I'm hanging on.
I'm gonna go find it. I don't know quite know where. Oh, here.
Okay.
Oh no!
If
what
anyone
did they
does
do?
track down the Robotech shows, the first one and New Generation are pretty good, but the Masters Saga is terrible.
Yeah, I have actually. They re-release those all the time. I mean,
I have the DVDs.
I
of all
can't
of
reach
them,
it.
but
It's I'm building my set here, so I can't get to it.
Okay,
but
no problem.
It's big. But
I
I
just want to
must
say thank you
go.
for showing up, though, Robert, and I appreciate it. And happy
And,
holidays, sir. Oh, you didn't hear me, probably. I just said I want to say thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it.
Oh, well, I want to thank all of you. I mean, it's been fun to be part of Midnight's Edge, and I love these live podcasts. So thank you for making me aware and having me. I was fans of yours. I was a fan of Mecca. You know, I love YouTube harpies, and she's the creme de la creme of them. And I've enjoyed everything that Midnight's Edge has done. And it's so weird how I've been. People are like, why do you like the Fandom Menace in my channel? We all are fans.
Mm-hmm.
We're all
There's
fans
no reason
of
to
this
not
stuff.
get along with all the other channels. There's just no reason for it.
There's not, but I keep waiting for Mecca to play one of those instruments. Are you gonna bust it out?
A sitar?
Yes. I've been waiting for this.
Well, this is a sitar. I don't know if it's in tune, but I don't know if I can remember any songs, but I just do a couple of chords.
She sells sanctuary. That was called.
That's what I was just thinking.
But yeah,
That's-
it's just a sitar.
Wow.
That's a room. Yeah.
I'm
You're
a
better
fan
on
of
it
the
than I
song.
am. Well, when Rob was out here, he was playing some of this too. So
Well, I will bid you all a good Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. All of that. And I will say on Thursday, I'm going to do a 300-minute show.
Cool.
Maybe not up to Doomcock's level, but 300 minutes. Starting at noon Pacific time. Join me on the Burnett Network.
Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
well, it was very nice meeting you.
Good to meet you.
Robert Meyer Burnett, always a pleasure.
Well, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure. I feel a privilege to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'll see y'all later. Merry
Take
Christmas.
care. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas.
Always a pleasure to have Mr. Burnett with us. Jeffrey Turner, a.k.a. Mega Jetty 1, sent us $2. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
well, it's Christmas Eve. I'm surprised no one did a Die Hard watch party or something.
I know. Well, it's, yeah.
Tom,
The Christmas
Tom,
movie.
Tom, should we reenact Santa Claus and his old lady?
Oh, man. I don't know if I remember it all.
Mamacita, donde está Santa Claus? The vato with the bony knees coming down the street with no shoes on his. No, that. Mamacita, donde está Santa Claus? The guy with the hair on his jaws. He's, hey, man, come on over here, man. I need some help, man.
No, I don't remember the rest.
Okay.
You're getting accused of being racist for quoting Cheech and Chong stuff now.
Yeah.
I think in
Well,
honor
you
of
know what
Baby
Rob
Yoda-
missed?
What did I miss?
Rob missed the Bree song.
Breathe. I can't breathe
without breathe. Oh, I did like a full version of it.
Stinky cheese.
You totally missed it, man.
That is great. Oh, God.
Okay, I'll play it one more.
Oh,
You guys want to hear it one more time out there in chat? You guys want to hear it?
One more
So
time.
Rob can hear it?
I want to hear it. Yes.
Well, Rob hasn't heard it, but
Probably have
Why-
different people then, because I wasn't here. Did
you weren't here
I
yet
didn't hear
either. No, nobody was here when I did it.
I didn't hear this, but I think I've heard bits of it.
You might have heard the end of it or something, maybe. You never know. Okay, let's see if I can do this right.
I can't live without breathe. Stinky cheese. Uh-oh.
This is a special song. My life. Thank you very much. Breathe. I can't breathe without breathe. No, I cannot breathe without breathe. I have everything, and now I'm down to zero. I got nothing. Captain Marvelous. Brie, why did you leave me? Can't you see? I can't breathe without Brie. Oh, I'm breathe without Brie. Oh, smell like sticky cheese. Sticky cheese. They're so ugly, but they mean the world to me. Oh, breathe. Please breathe. Bring back without breathe. Stinky feet. Breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe without breathe. Next to me, stinky bring back your stinky cheese. Stinky cheese, stinky, stinky, stinky cheese. Stinky, 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 stinky. Stinky cheese, stinky, stinky, stinky cheese. Stinky cheese. I'm bringing it back, stinky cheese. Stinky cheese. Bring your stinky cheese to please.
Woo.
That was brilliant.
Yes.
Is there a
That
music
was
video to
Sean
this?
Connors.
Brie Larson's in the chat. Hey, Brie.
Tom, you
That
got
was-
something on your face on
that was
your thing, man. You might want to have that looked at.
Where's Casey Kasem? Where's Casey Kasem?
That was the top 40.
That-
This is Casey Kasem, and that was the top 40. This is Brie, the song about Brie.
It's a region the cheese was named after. Oh my god.
Tom, you are going to put that on the After Dark channel as its own video, aren't you?
I'm sure I'll do something with it. It's kind of an early version. I'm sure I got to rework it. I made it sound like crap on purpose, but I'm like, I don't know.
Boost your vocal a little bit, then yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's hysterical.
I can't remember her boyfriend's name.
I think it's Alex
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say not by Alex something.
Oh,
That's all you. Alex by Alex something. That's all. Alex something. Nobody knows. Nobody gives a shit who this guy is. Stinky cheese.
Nobody even gives a shit who she is.
Yes,
anymore
Tom.
either.
You said you had to take off, brother.
yeah, I gotta run.
I appreciate you stopping in. I love your hat.
Well,
Oh,
thank-
God.
it-
That
it-
is so funny.
it's nice. You know, it's comfy. I think it's a dead Muppet, but I'm not positive. I don't want to say that because people might get offended.
Muppet lives matter, you know.
I know they do. I'm sorry. I
It's a
found
dead
it.
Muppet.
I found it in a box.
Hashtag Baby Yoda.
All right, guys. I got to run. Thank you very much, Tom, for the invite, Rob.
Check out
Hey,
Real Review
Mark,
3000 with
Everyone,
Chris.
Later,
Thank
Chris.
you, guys.
Later, Chris.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, guys.
Later.
Talk to you guys later.
Take
Bye.
care.
Stinky cheese.
We have another friend popping in
Hey,
here,
Sporking
Mr.
News.
Scott from the Sporking News podcast. How you doing,
How
sir?
do you follow that? How do you even
Stanky
come in
cheese,
after that?
stanky
Stinky cheese.
cheese.
Shooting
Stinky
right
cheese.
to the top. Wow, that's insane. When did you guys make that? When did
Oh,
you
that's
do
been
that?
rolling around
That's-
in our heads for a while.
Yeah, that
That's-
started out as when we heard that Brie Larson had like a boyfriend who was some crappy musician who's like a Johnny Depp wannabe.
Oh, snap.
Very
I
engaged for a
didn't know
while.
that. Oh man, that's
yeah.
the first time I heard it. That was amazing.
That's all Tom. That's,
history.
that's all Tom, though. That's all Tom. That is all
Oh
Tom.
man.
Did you catch the
Were
thank you very much in the beginning?
No.
Oh
God.
This is for the woman I love. Thank you very.
Who was playing? Who was playing the instrument?
Oh, it was just me. I just threw it together like just before
Nice,
the show.
man.
That's why I was late.
Oh my god. Stinky cheese. Stinky cheese.
Oh man, that's a classic. That
Stinky
needs, it's got to be its own video.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And this is the kind of content where this
Thank you.
And now for our long distance dedication. And
Here's
here's
the
Alex.
content that keeps us off of like the million subscriber channels. Or keeps us down.
was in love. That was until Brie found a new job as Captain Marvel.
$5 million later, and Alex has a #1 hit.
After 20 years.
Here's Alex something with Brie. I can't breathe without Brie. Stinky cheese.
Straight from her sofa and to the chart.
He wrote this when he was kicked out of her apartment.
Sitting on her front stoop.
After seeing the disdain in her eyes, he was inspired. And he sat down. He sat down, put pen to paper, and came up with stinky cheese.
He's hoping to get his ring back so he can trade it in for rent money.
He's calling us right now from his car. How you doing, Alex? Something.
Yeah, I want to say that every word is true. That Brie Larson's a total bitch, and she kicked me out of her apartment. She knew my music career was on the skids, but I said, Brie, I haven't got anywhere to go. It's this or the homeless shelter. And she said, I'm Captain Marvel, so shut the fuck up. I'm wearing the pants in the house now.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Casey. By the way, are you gonna throw out that sandwich from Jersey Mike's that you're working on? I could really use something to eat.
No, I'm saving it for supper. And now on with the countdown.
Next up, Wilson Phillips.
Oh God. Oh my God.
So how long have you guys been going so far?
Oh, it's over an hour and a half. Around an hour and a half.
Hour and 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, this could turn into like a Christmas Story watch party because it's on for 24 hours right now.
Yeah.
You
know what's funny? The kid who plays the bully liked me on Twitter the other day.
Scott Farkas
on Twitter.
Yeah,
Scott
he's pretty cool.
Scott Farkas liked your thing on Twitter. No
Yeah,
way.
Mecca says he's followed her too, but that'd be cool if we could get him in for an interview. He's
I
been
know
in
in that TV show.
What's his name?
His name is. I just want to make sure I get it right here.
Let's see who's following me here.
See, I get like a little fangirly when I see people like even Robert Meyer Burnett or somebody, liking something on Twitter of mine or something. I'm like, because I still treat him like he's a celebrity. Because he is, or if William Shatner especially. Oh God, if William Shatner interacts with me on Twitter, I'm like,
I had Seth MacFarlane. Seth MacFarlane retweeted me a couple times, and I just
nice.
every time he does, I feel like a dork. I'm like,
I know.
He never has me yet.
Is it Jamie Hunter?
I'm
Is that
blocked. I'm sure I'm blocked by Seth. No, I don't know.
I was just blocked by someone the other day. I don't even know who the hell he was, but he just did not like my response. And I feel like I'm always trying to be like respectful, and I'm starting to get sick and tired of being respectful and then getting blocked.
Zach Ward, by the way, but yeah.
I was about to say, was the person's name Star Wars Explained? Because he's blocked all.
No, that was a while ago.
I had never heard of these people until they started like throwing shade at the Phantom Menace, because I don't watch the little boring advertisement channels. That's what they always came across as, and then like just anytime, like a Nerdist or a lot of those sort of really big name channels, I would just assume they're trying to sell me something that they're not actually.
That's a ridiculous allegation, Mecca. Now, have I told you about Skillshare?
Well, I mean, like sell me on I think somebody had linked to me a Nerdist it was a Nerdist video on the Solo, some ship from Solo, and I'm like, well, what are you telling me that's of any interest? This is just an advertisement for the movie. This isn't anything other than just telling me, yes, the Millennium Falcon is in Solo. Like that's all you're telling me.
I always wonder about Nerdist. Do they like all go to like the same like speaking coach? Because they all have like that same like cadence to what they say, and they talk like this and they bring it up and down. And it's like a year ago to a year and a half ago, I used to like follow them, and then it was just like, wow, they have never talked bad about a movie in their life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen to him. So.
I can't either. I can't deal with overly positive all the time on everything. I'm like, okay,
Greetings
I love
and salutations.
I love that you love it, but how are you going to review it if you don't love if you don't have something critical to say? How are you going to tell me if it's worth my time? Because not every fucking movie is worth my time.
I mean, you can be diplomatic like Robert Meyer Burnett is. I mean,
I know, but a lot
I've
of
talked.
them aren't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've been around. We've talked to him behind the scenes. He'll flat out tell you how he feels about shit.
Oh,
in
I know,
ways
and that's
he
why I
won't
respect
say
him
on
a
the
lot more
air
than a lot of,
necessarily,
like,
but
yeah.
I mean, he still won't.
Look at
He
Discovery.
chooses his words. He chooses his words like carefully on your stream. I understand that, but that's still like Nerdist. It's like a complete like there is no negative to any movie they have ever reviewed, and that's me.
Well,
that's me saying
they're
that.
access media. They're access media.
Yes,
they're probably the definition of access media.
Yeah, because they're
I mean-
just there to advertise the stuff, to get the interviews, to get on the good side of the studios,
And
and whether it's intentional or if it's in your subconscious, where you just don't want to be a gift horse, look a gift horse in the mouth. You don't want to be ungrateful. You don't want to say thank you for this expensive movie pass. Your movie sucked and throw it back in their face.
Right.
That's one of those things that you don't necessarily want to do. And no, I'm not saying that John Campea did that. He was very respectful when his first, the only one I really watched of his, when he said, "Yeah, I just did not like this movie."
You guys,
a lot of people do so.
You guys know who owns Nerdist now?
AMC Theaters.
Legendary Entertainment.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh boy.
That's why I don't listen to him. And as somebody who
Legendary's kind of. They're not as bad as some of the other ones, but they used to be really deep with, or what's the space used to be really into the company, Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
Really?
In Legendary?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I've been noticing this more and more. Just follow the money trail. See who's friends with whose newspaper is owned by like Amazon or by Disney.
Comicbook.com, owned by CBS. CBS
There you
All
go.
Access, getting all of the access for the Star Trek stories, etc., etc. This is why they don't. This is why people like to say, "Oh, you guys are just conspiracy theorists. You're fake news. You're this and that." Well, because we're calling out the sites that are clearly owned by the people, by the studios, by the companies and the networks that want to push their product. It makes sense. It's great business sense to have your in-house advertising that people think is news.
Yep.
And it makes perfect sense. And when you have some idiot red-haired chick on the internet with a horsewhip yelling and screaming at a camera, they don't know how to react to that. People don't understand that. No, it's like, no, we're not actually advertising your products. We're critical of them because we love them. We want them to be better than they are. We don't want to keep spending our hard-earned money for a substandard product and just to be told, oh, no, you're just an ist. You're a phobe because you didn't like it, because you want something a little bit better quality.
Right. When we are actually like critics in the truest form of it. We are like, we can look at something that let's take Star Wars, even though because it's everywhere right now. And it's something that I grew up loving. And it's not that I am, oh, he's just an OT fan. Oh, he hates this. Oh, he hates that. No, it's that I'm looking at what came before, what the canon is, that's why I got blocked. I'll say that after. But what all these things are, no, it just made me think of it. But we look at what they are making, the product they're putting out, and how it just spits in the face of what came before it. And when you have these other companies that are like sliding in with their cool little name Nerdist News and this and that, but really they're the corporate media, they are the access media hiding themselves within social media. I find that to be disrespectful and unfair and wrong to the true fans out there, because all they're doing is trying to put the blame on what we really do is just being true critics. If something's good, I'm going to say it's good. If it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. And the six of us might not agree on that, but I'm going to respect what you guys believe because I know you're coming from the right place. These other ones, I don't even watch them anymore because it's like, I know what you're going to say. I know that you're always going to find the reason why it was good and the reason that it looks bad out there. It's not it's the optics of it. It's not the truth. Well, the truth is your movie sucked. We're telling the truth, and you guys are just hiding behind your little platform of they're racist, they're isms, as you know, all those things. And it makes me sick. It really does. It makes me sick. And that's why I love you people. Sorry about that rant.
No, it's okay. I
It was a good
think
rant.
Is why the fandom menace exists, because we're all kind of coming to that conclusion. I think it's been a long few years since they started this crap, and a lot of us really started noticing it with Ghostbusters 2016, and that's how I found the Midnight's Edge guys and Red Letter Media and a lot of the people who are actually just stating facts. You know, a lot of this started for me was when Patton Oswalt sat there and called out James Rolfe for saying, "I don't want to see a movie." I'm like, I'm sorry. Is he supposed to? Does he have to?
Right.
If the movie looks bad, what is it to you that he doesn't want to see it? He didn't say it looked like a giant piece of shit. He just said it didn't look very good and he didn't want to see it.
The thing I hate most in the world is fans of something who are like, how can you call yourself a fan of this thing if you don't want to see the new entry in it? And you're like, because I think the new entry looks bad. And they're like, well, then you're not a fan. I'm like, no, it's that I'm a fan of the series, but I also don't just automatically decide that I love it because it has the brand name on it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what happened is that we have, because we're getting blamed for everything, and we really are, we're getting blamed for anything that goes wrong with a movie. The true diehards, and I don't blame them, they love Star Wars, they love Star Trek, they love Game of Thrones, whatever it was, they listen to these access media people like, no, it's not our fault that it's bad. You know, it's not the people who made the movie. It's because these people. But right, and it's crazy to me how people can hear them say this and be like, oh yeah, it's the toxic fans that are making it bad. I actually really do like this movie. It's just somewhere in my heart it sucks, but because they're telling me you guys are the reason it's wrong, I can love it now. I don't understand that. I don't get that.
Well,
Like,
I started
believe what
experiencing
you
that
believe.
stuff in high school with my friends and friends of friends. There were always like the AV club guys. They loved anything that got nominated or won an Oscar, and that was the only reason they could love it. And you have to have them break it down and be like, what do you really like? Was it this performance or that? And all they could do is repeat some of the positive lines of critics' reviews from like either Siskel and Ebert or any of the written reviews from the paper. And you just realize that these are movie fans for the sake of movie fans, and they're unreliable because they have no taste or opinion that's unique to themselves. And what I like about what I've been finding on YouTube is that the opinions are across a large spectrum, and they'll have their positives and their negatives towards the content, and that kind of makes their voice a bit more unique than you have with stuff like Collider or Nerdist or any of those other channels.
Well, in all fairness to Siskel and Ebert, I mean, they were from a different era of film criticism. I mean, they were not afraid to tell you exactly what they think because they had the clout to tell you what they thought.
Yeah,
and they actually, if I always point out that they stood up at, I think it was Fox at the time. They had panned Nuns on the Run.
No, it was Disney because they worked for Disney. Nuns on the Run was made by Touchstone.
Okay, yeah.
And Disney was trying to push them to give it a better review, or they got pissed off. I can't remember the exacts of it, but yeah, it was that movie. And
I'm just glad I met other people that have seen Nuns on the Run. That's really
I saw it in years.
I haven't. I can't claim hipster cred on that one.
I mean, it was Eric and Robbie Coltrane. I mean,
anyone seen Cannibal Holocaust? There's a deep cut.
One too. Yeah.
Robbie Coltrane and Eric Idle.
Yeah,
that's right.
I have nightmares about that film every night.
But yeah, we'll get back to Ebert and Siskel here in a moment. Death Ray Bargain Bin sent us $10 though, Rob.
Death Ray Bargain Bin, happy Merry Christmas. Pardon me. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Life Day, Festivus, whatever, however you say it. Happy holidays, Midnight's Edge After Dark, and my film Fandom's Menace members, $10 in the spirit of giving. That's right.
I remember when Siskel and Ebert were still on PBS.
So,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you, just as long as this, I finally got my soundboard up.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
Mine wasn't working earlier. Well, my mic wasn't working, but my soundboard was. Go figure, Rob. You're gonna have to help me with that again.
Yeah, well, I had to refresh just to make sure, and freaking Windows 10 turned my mic level down too. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
yeah,
whole
that
thing
always
was
does that
screwed
for me.
up. Like people couldn't hear me, so like there was a blank spot for like probably 2 minutes in the beginning of the show here.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm gonna make it private after we're done anyway. But whatever.
Yeah, well. But
this is just for y'all folks who are watching it live. So
yeah, we're just spending Christmas Eve with everybody. Just kick it back with some friends, talk about stuff we love, and
talking about Ryan's
what we
shitty
don't
Snoke
love
theory. Did you see
Are
that
we gonna do
picture?
something on my phone tomorrow or no?
Yeah, if you want to. Annie Trekker was asking too because it's about the normal thing we do, and I said I don't think we're not doing a regular show, but I think you're doing something, so I wasn't sure though.
Yeah,
Hey, Anthony.
something on mine. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but maybe a game night.
I have to.
You have to what?
just seeing that picture of that round-headed imbecile. I just have to say, stop defending him. It's over.
See, here's the thing. That was trending on Twitter. That thank you, Ryan Johnson. And people always yell that, "Oh, Mecca, you're so negative. You're so horrible. I probably give The Last Jedi the highest score out of everybody in the fandom menace who didn't like it. I probably like it the most out of any of us who actually didn't like it. And
I gave it.
What?
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I gave it a Jar Jar on my Chewbacca. I gave it a Jar Jar.
On a scale of Star Wars supporting characters, it's a
And
Jar
I gave
Jar.
I gave Knives Out a
Han
positive
Solo
review.
is the highest rating you can get.
No. There are on the Chewbacca scale. There are 5 Chewbaccas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there is also a 6th Chewbacca for movies that are so incredibly awesome that 5 cannot contain them. Like the first Avengers, 6 Chewbaccas. The original Star Wars, 6 Chewbaccas. Empire Strikes Back, 6 Chewbaccas. Return of the Jedi, 5 Chewbaccas. When a film is so bad that it gets a Jar Jar, it's a complete waste of time. But it can only get 1 Jar Jar because if there's 2 Jar Jars, then the universe destroys itself.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
what you're saying is when I get towards my end game, I need to just create a movie that is worth 2 Jar Jars.
Exactly.
Sounds about right.
No, that's what happens when Alex Kurtzman and J.J. Abrams team up to do Babylon 5. That's when.
Is that actually happening?
If it does, I am probably. Yeah, you guys probably won't see me again. that'll be when I go full kaiju. That'll be my final form.
I like just thinking though about the meme that was up there, the "Your Snoke theory sucks" thing. Now that we know the nature of Snoke, like, is there any theory that could have been worse than Emperor Palpatine just made him as a proxy? Because I don't know.
Yes, the only thing worse. The only thing worse about it is that's the only reason Baby Yoda really was made. Okay, that's the only reason they have Baby Yoda in there is because they're stealing Force-sensitive DNA to create Snoke down the line, and show off Force healing. But that is one of the reasons Baby Yoda's in the show.
Well, I've said it a million times as far as like off topic from what Scott was saying, but on topic with the Snoke theory thing. The only reason that Ryan made Snoke and nobody and Rey and nobody is so that everybody's theory was not true. And this is my proof right here. Is because he had such a hard-on for the fans that he's like, you know what? Fuck these little fuckers. I'll make them all wrong. Because that's all we did for 2 years is sit there going back and forth. Who's Rey? Who's Snoke? Who's Rey? Who's Snoke? And everybody's like, oh, it's Plagueis. It's the son. It's this person. It's that person. It's, and Rey, is she a Skywalker? Is she a Kenobi? Is she a Palpatine? And so on. Nobody ever once said, oh, she's just nobody. And nobody ever once said, oh, Snoke's nobody. So that's how Ryan won, in quotations, with this. The little fucker got his way, okay?
Yeah, he pulled your film student trick.
Let me tell you something. And for all the people who laud it and say it's it's brilliant, subverted expectation, shut up. Okay, you know what? I gotta say what I gotta go into Mahler's train of thought.
Adds nothing to the story.
Exactly, it adds nothing to the story. It's not about my expectations. If I have a certain expectation for a story, and if it's not met, if it's still interesting, then you know what? I'll keep watching it. If I think it's oh well, I hadn't thought about that, but okay, let's see where this goes. All he did was nothing. He did nothing. Snoke is nobody. Rey's parents are nobody. We don't know who this guy. When you do nothing, that is not brilliant.
No, it's not how you subvert expectations. It's how you do something stupid. Subverting expectations is, great examples are like, the end of the original Planet of the Apes. If you don't get spoiled by the stupid cover of the Blu-rays and DVDs half the time, if you're going into that cold, that's a hell of an ending. Memento or Sixth Sense.
Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects is a good example.
That's one of the best.
There's one that Andre's doing his Conan the Destroyer retrospective that's going to be dropping any day now. It's done. I don't know when he's dropping it, but there's a good subversion of expectations in that movie that most people miss. The whole point of bringing this monster back revolves around the sacrifice of a virgin, right? Well, the virgin is protected by a eunuch. Conan ends up killing the eunuch, but the virgin lives and the monster still comes. Well, most people are like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, if you stop and think about it, that's a subversion of expectations. Obviously, if he's a eunuch, he's probably a virgin. So a virgin was sacrificed. So it's like that's a subversion of expectation. You know what I mean?
Changed that whole film for me. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
I
didn't, man. Holy
probably
crap.
Since I was a kid. Conan the Barbarian I've watched fairly recently, and it's amazing. But Destroyer I haven't seen in a long time, so I wouldn't have been able to catch that reference.
Okay, Bard. I got distracted, and suddenly there's talk of virgin sacrifice. Yes, we must get this done. It's the only way we can fix Star Wars. Virgin sacrifice. I'll sacrifice them all. Send me your virgins, as long as they're of age.
Well, Ben did die.
And something. It is, and another thing out of Conan is absolutely tragic. What happened to Valerie Quinessen, the actress who played the king's daughter, Max von Sydow's daughter. She was absolutely stunningly beautiful, and she died at the age of 32. And
she was really young when she was in that movie too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love being on with you guys
from
because
acting.
I feel like. No, I'm sorry, Rob. I was just gonna say I love being on with you guys and listening because I feel like such a normie when I'm with you guys because you guys know so much.
And she was that's okay. No, that's okay. I'm just trying to pull up a picture of her.
I got distracted by something in the chat anyway. Max Mercer says Conan the Destroyer just went from 1 star to 4.
I agree, man. I never noticed that. I'm like shocked that I never noticed that. Granted, like Mark said, I probably haven't seen that movie in like, when did it come out? Probably like
84.
30 years. Yeah, I probably haven't seen it in like 25, almost 30 years, but I love those movies. So like, it's like Conan I've seen a bunch of times. I don't know why I haven't watched that movie again. Now I'm going back and I'm going to review it. Thank you. Changed everything.
That fucking theme song gets stuck in your head too.
That driving drum beat.
I can't think of it. Pronounce his last name. Basil Palantino, whatever it is. He did the music for RoboCop as well.
Oh yeah, but yeah. Well, she was actually the girl. Actually, Valerie Quinessen from Conan. She was actually in a movie with Peter Gallagher and Daryl Hannah.
Probably got like 20 pictures of her here, but anyway.
Oh yeah,
what was the movie?
It's called Summer Lovers. It was filmed in Greece, and they just walk around naked, all just like for 3/4 of the movie.
Okay, that's next on my list.
And she played Valeria, you mean, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The other in the first one or the second? Who are you talking about? Which one?
Valerie Quinessen.
How do you spell it?
Quennessen.
Close enough, anyway. Okay.
He has seen your fires. He will come. And she's tied to the rock. He just looks back at her.
That chick. That's not the one I thought you were talking. Okay. All right.
Yeah. But she had these incredible blue eyes. I remember as a kid, I was like, "Who is that?"
Yeah, you're talking. Okay, that's not the one I was thinking about. Okay, I see what you're talking about now. I'll bring it up here.
Yeah.
Du-du-du.
Her and Sandal Bergman had to. Yeah, she had these incredibly blue, penetrating eyes. Yeah, her and Sandal Bergman was the blonde.
You just want her in a compromising position, like quicksand.
Well, who doesn't love a woman that's tied up for most of the movie? So
talking about that, you know who I loved? I want to say her name was Judy Bowker. She was in Clash of the Titans.
Love that.
She was in Andromeda. Oh, I used to love her. Now that you're talking about like a princess kind of tied up, she was amazing. That movie was amazing.
In my most recent video, I have a reference to Tia Carrere in Wayne's World being the first time I ever saw a girl in a movie that was like, "Oh, hi, hello."
Hello, good evening.
I was like probably 7 when that came out, so like,
is it bad? I
Ballroom Blitz,
vampire lesbian Hammer movies.
I can't remember the
not at
first
all.
time I ever noticed like a woman in a movie, but I remember my first like full on crush. But yeah,
I remember my first boy girl kind of thing was when I saw Erin Gray in Buck Rogers.
Oh yeah, she's in the whole white spacesuit and the captain of the.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hey, feminists! There's a strong female character for you.
there's a lot,
And
of
not
female,
one that's
strong female
not afraid to be feminine.
They never remember.
No, they don't. They
Like
choose not
Stinky
to.
Brie, Stinky Cheese.
And who was the other one? Princess Ardala was the other one. Who played that from Buck Rogers? And she was actually in the freaking series, detective series with Lee Horsley.
My first crush, you would have to live in the tri-state area, like Connecticut, New York, and get one of those local channels. It was a show called The Magic Garden. 2 hippie chicks.
Oh, I remember them.
You remember that? I thought you would. Yeah, that was a weird, trippy show.
Pamela Hensley was her name. Princess Ardala from Buck Rogers. Yes, she was very attractive. I was like, damn, Buck, why don't you just Buck, get busy with her? Oh, she was evil though. So, but again, another strong. Again, Brie Larson says there were no strong women before me. Bullshit. I'm a Bond fan, and you know what? For 55 years, the Bond series has had strong female characters.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
No. She's a millionaire. She gets to tell you what to do. She's also a white girl. She's a little blonde white girl. That means she rules the world. She rules the world.
I always say, you ever notice guys that the ones who scream loudest for diversity are blonde-haired white girls?
Every time.
It's mostly brown-haired white dudes with beards and who smile with their mouths wide open.
Tight jeans.
Behind their little shill tear or fanboy tear mugs.
Yeah.
Tom, do you have that picture of Brie Larson at the premiere of Captain Mehville? Where she's surrounded by
the soil.
I don't have it, but I'll probably be able to bring it up.
Well, yeah, bring it up, yeah, because I'm trying. I want to make a point about this.
You should probably find
And
it.
I know
All the little soy boys always hide behind. They always hide behind their little mugs, their little fanboy.
You want the? Wait a minute. Which one do you want?
The one where she's surrounded by her clones.
Becca, my guess is poor jawline.
I think this is the one you're talking about. I can get it up here.
Oh, Brie with all the little white girls.
Yeah. I keep like I said, I want to
No, here, let me send.
Okay,
it.
yeah. Well, that's actually the other one where that they're all giving her the thumbs up.
Here, I'll send it over.
Was that one where she's in front of the crowd?
Here, I'll send it over Twitter. I have it.
Like I said, she's freaking. Let me tell you, that boob job she got. That's money that wasn't well spent. She's still.
I don't know. Let's not go too far.
What she stopped? She's shopping for boobs in the lumber department at Home Depot. What's going on, guys?
Here,
well, she's spending her money on other things, I think. If you watch a lot of her interviews, she's feeling pretty good.
I resemble that remark, and I thank you very much. Mind your own business. Thank you very much.
I just want to play people.
I'm people, and I don't know why you gotta make fun of me all the time.
See, I'm too easily won over. Someone sent me the video of her doing her monologue on Jimmy Kimmel, and I'm like, maybe I don't hate Captain Marvel so much anymore.
Oh, Mark, you're
yeah, no, I'm.
That's because her tits were hanging out onto the floor.
Is that why?
Yeah.
No, you still hate Captain Marvel. I'm
Tom, I
just
sent you the right one.
totally the Darbs.
Open up
Look,
your
this is
Twitter, Tom.
this is the world. This is the world we live in, where people are actually upset. People are actually upset that Eddie Murphy made fun of Cosby. That's when you know you're in a messed up world.
Oh yeah, he made fun of Cosby on like
Saturday Night Live.
No, but like
Oh,
I mean,
it's
he's been making fun of Eddie Murphy's been making fun of Cosby for like 30 years.
Okay. All right.
He
All
had
right.
Such a great bit about Richard Pryor telling him to not listen to Cosby. Like,
Oh, that's diverse. Look at all the different hair color shades.
Yeah. Find me diversity in this picture. Okay. I haven't seen that much white since I was in the mayonnaise aisle at ShopRite.
White women are diverse. We are a minority.
These are
hairdressers' daughters and like hairdressers' daughters and shit.
the one on the far right might be like part Latina.
No, these are probably all.
No, I think her name was Megan.
Megan.
Yeah.
She didn't ask their names. Do you think she stopped 1 second to ask any of their names?
Probably not.
I think
probably
she
realize
looks
she's in a
like a
picture.
Megan.
These are probably all actresses. These are probably all actresses that are models that Disney hired for the premiere. Here you go. Put this on. Now when Brie comes over, everybody smile, give a thumbs up.
Don't you see that they got a special tag? That means they're special people. They're BPIs. They get to do special things. They get all kinds of special treatment, like Purina.
But I want a lightsaber.
I got a lightsaber.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson. Did you hear that interview? I've been putting that at the end of my videos lately, where she was on Jimmy Fallon, and she's talking about a lightsaber. She's just whiny as shit.
It was Jimmy Pimple.
Here, let me find it.
You don't get it.
So pathetic.
You just don't
They're all
get
wearing
it.
the same size Captain Marvel outfit.
These girls won a contest for being the coolest white chicks in the world, and I gave them jackets and special things.
Yes, but didn't you want to be a Jedi?
I want to be people.
One of the perks of being a Jedi is you get to build your own lightsaber.
I want to be people.
What? I just have things coming out of my hands. Like I need a lightsaber.
I see a lightsaber.
Marsha.
You guys thought I was kidding. No, this is really what I sound like every day.
Oh my god, Marsha.
Her voice is like an eye roll.
Ray doesn't build her own
Always
lightsaber
remember,
until the
you're a
final
whore.
scene of her trilogy.
I am people.
Always remember, you're a whore.
No, whores do it for free.
You're a
That's
whore.
That's not how that works at all.
I don't need to know what goes on in your bedroom.
I don't know what goes on in my bedroom. My boyfriend.
I want my diamond. I mean, my my lightsaber to be really pretty.
It's gonna be pink.
Oh my god, pink. I love pink.
She would make it pink. Oh yeah, she would. She absolutely would.
I
My
think
best
you
friend,
can
Sam
make
Jackson.
your lightsaber. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just talking about my best friend Sam Jackson.
Don't you talk about my best friend Samuel L.
Yeah, let me
Jackson.
hold his lightsaber. That's what the whole interview's about. Is that
He lets me hold his lightsaber in my hand, and then he takes it out and puts it back in, and takes it out and puts it back in, and takes it out and puts it back in, and then he puts sticky stuff all over it. I don't know why.
Oh god.
Samuel L. Jackson actually got to choose the color of the blade of the lightsaber. He chose purple because he just wanted to stand out.
I want.
You want to make sure everybody could see him.
They did kind
That's
of
right.
integrate
But yours-
that
he's real-
into. They integrated it into Mace Windu's
lore?
story and sort of it, yeah, because the fact that he uses the lightsaber form that channels the dark side as well as the light side, and like if
Yes.
a Jedi lightsaber is blue and a Sith lightsaber is red, like combine those, it's purple. So
Yeah, where you tap into the dark side while you're using your fighting skill. Yeah, I believed that until he was like, I just wanted it purple.
Well, I think that like you can a lot of as a script doctor, if you work in the industry, you can know that there are certain things that happen when you're making a movie that like lemons that present themselves that you can make lemonade out of. It's like, okay, well, this accidentally happened, but we can use it in the edit in kind of a creative way to
I
do
like
this.
lemonade.
Yeah,
Can I have a
because
black light lightsaber?
Happy accidents. That's the
Lemonade.
word.
Like
All
what
I
is
hear
poisonous
is
mushrooms. I want a black light one.
all I hear is blah 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 purple blah 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 lemonade. And if there's vodka, in that lemonade, then I'm even happier. Hi, Sam.
What we doing, baby?
I'm doing Captain Marvelous.
You remember Antoine Rockamore?
No, but I probably fucked him.
Does he look like a bitch?
Probably if he fucked me.
Does he look like a bitch?
Probably if he fucked me.
What's the matter?
I don't know. You brought it up.
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
I'm not black.
You're a smart motherfucker. That's right.
Yes, I am. My mom told me.
I ain't threatening you or nothing, all right? You know I respect you and all. But just don't put me in this position, all right?
Well, what position do you want to do then?
I'd knock that shit off if I was you.
Thanks for talking about Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber.
Scott's got to head out of here. So let's say Merry Christmas to Scott and Happy Holidays and whatever it is you celebrate. So
I go with Merry Christmas. Okay. And
Merry
that is not to offend anyone. I say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
But I don't
Thank you, everybody.
I say happy
Always an honor.
holidaysness.
She likes Festivus because it's a large pole.
There's a poll where
Feats of strength.
Feats of
As I
strength.
bring
Actually.
those down.
Thank you, everybody. As always, really, Tom, Rob, thank you very much. Mark, Mecca, and Script, nice to see you. And I hope everyone has a.
Scott.
I really do hope everyone has a great holiday. And yeah, good times. Later, guys.
I
Later,
don't
man.
watch
Yes.
old shows. They
Love
are
ya.
like fuzzy. I don't like fuzzy shows on TV.
You want to hear her talk about Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber?
Samuel L. Jackson's lightsaber is hard and long
And heavier than you think.
and heavier than
And
you
you can
think.
squeeze the shit out of it. Oh, wait, I'm mixing up unicorn store.
And you can squeeze the shit out of it.
There's so many good, like Rob and I spent a day clipping clips out of Unicorn Store and putting them in that mashup.
It was a metaphor about unicorns.
See, now I feel like we should start. We should be
Brain
putting all of
on
your funny videos, like the since this is gonna be unlisted, like your Batman video and the eat a dinner, mattress Wayne.
Eat a dinner, mattress Wayne. I'm gonna be in Batman, but I'm gonna be Batwoman, and we're gonna kill the patriarchy or the matriarchy. I don't remember.
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know what's going on. I'm just playing people. These people keep bringing me on this show,
motherfucker.
and I don't know who these people are, but they keep bringing me on their show, and they make fun of me. And my boyfriend sang a song about me, and I'm so happy, but I miss him, and it's too bad that he's a loser, and I can't be with him anymore because I made $5 million. Yes, sir.
Shut the fuck up, fat man. This ain't none of your goddamn business.
How am I on here on the show at the same time?
It's like an alternate universe Where there's too many people.
Please, for the love of God, let this get back to Brie Larson. Please.
I'm here.
You make a music video of that song, it will get to her. I guarantee it.
Dear Brie Larson's lawyer, will you please sue the mid-slide edge people? They are mean to me. They called me. Delete. They don't like me. And I
we love you all.
don't like them either. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, frowny face.
Please clip this.
Will you sue them for me? Thank you very much. Love, Brie, kissy face.
What's crazy is I now kind of think of that as Jeremy's sign off. He's taken over the thank you very much by sheer exposure.
Mm-hmm.
You can send that to our publicist at Rogers and Cowan.
Bree, you better get in here. There's something on YouTube you gotta see.
What? Is it puppies or kitties? I like puppies and kitties.
Did you see that thing where they're making her play with puppies to make her more likable?
People like me. I'm like people.
She thinks she's people. How cute. Oh, I saw Soylent today in the store. And I'm like, the green one is made of people.
Soylent?
It's people.
Does nobody understand what Soylent Green is that buys that product?
It's the picture.
People.
No, anyone who understands old science fiction movies knows that. But
I was gonna say, speaking of subversion of expectations, there you go.
Ugh.
Who the fuck thought of this?
That's in Walmart, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm using this term unironically. The person who thought of that was most likely a literal soy boy.
I don't think they thought that through very well.
I don't even
so
mean that as
dense.
an insult. They're probably a person who enjoys soy quite a lot.
What exactly is in it?
It's people.
20 grams of soy protein.
Soylent Green is
20% of your
people.
daily nutrition. So they're hoping that most people will just drink 5 of them per day at $3.48.
It's probably made of Walmart employees.
You know what you could also do? Cook actual food.
Breeders that died during the shift.
Well, he's Soylent now. My God, how are we? Are we just that old that nobody who made? I'm sure that you're right, Mark. Like there's some little soy boys who made this company, and they've never even heard of that movie.
I bet they heard the title but had no context to it. That's just why they used Soylent. It's like,
is Soylent even a copyrighted term? I mean,
I'm sure it might even be a real word. It's probably a real word. Let me look.
Well, I think it's just soy and lentils, right?
Yeah.
Like
ready to drink meals.
But they're two types of protein-heavy beans.
Now, how much did they have to pay to get that to come up on top instead of something Soylent Green on Google?
Probably quite a bit, unless they are like a subsidiary of Google.
It might be a subsidiary of Google. There's a new trendy thing that they
Soylent made from humans. So that's the first question that pops up.
That's awesome.
Soylent Green, a 1973 science fiction movie based loosely on the book, inserted the use of human remains as ingredients in the version of Soylent. The Soylent of today, available since May, contain no soy, lentils, or human remains.
do you know what their website is for company?
Soylent.com.
Soylent.me.
Oh, is
so
it?
I guess the mystery of what happened to my right leg is still up in the air. I was really hoping we'd.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is actually hosting. He's actually hosting the freaking whatchamacallit.
Don't drink Soylent. It's made of Mark.
Yeah, might be made of my right leg. Eating my toes, motherfuckers.
Toe jam.
I don't know if he's.
Lord.
He's actually on here.
Poor
on Teams.
Mark, yes.
That's okay. I've got a robot part now. I'm doing good. But thank you, US Dutch Kitty.
He gets to hang
I've been
out with us
enjoying
and have
seeing
fun.
you on my streams.
Oh Lord.
I've seen you on the Twitters too. So yeah, it's been a Merry Christmas, hasn't it?
Funky Christmas.
Funky Christmas.
Yeah,
What do you say we get out of here?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
should
should
we-
probably go to sleep. I need to wake up for Christmas stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a few things I got to do. Are you going to do something tomorrow, Mecca?
I think so. I don't know exactly what yet, but we'll see. Rob, what are you doing tomorrow?
Go to my brother's house. I'll be there for a while.
For how long?
I have no idea. It depends.
I'm going to destroy that Soylent plant. It's people.
Depends on when people feel like going home.
They never go home from the Soylent plant.
Just tell him that. I mean, they won't believe you or anything, but tell him that.
Tell them it's people.
Tell us Brie Larson.
She's people. Should we listen to that song one more time?
Yes.
No.
This is Sunset Squad Bot Tendertron 4000.
Oh, that horrible song.
One more time.
Horrible.
One more time. Let's close out the
Terrible.
show with Brie Stinky Cheese.
It's terrible.
It is, isn't it?
It's terrible. Let me turn it down just a smidge. I think it was too loud last time.
That is the real Henry Thomas in that ET ad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the real ET too.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I have fucking no clue.
Is that the real ET or a puppet?
I'm sure it's a puppet. The original ET was a puppet. All right, guys.
All right, Casey Kasem.
I didn't share the audio, I don't think. Hang on. Go ahead, Casey.
And now for its second weekend number 1, here is Tom Connors of Midnight's Edge with I Can't Breathe Without Brie, Stinky Cheese.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Here's Alex Something with Stinky Cheese. Brie, I can't breathe without you. This is a special song. My life. Thank you very much. Brie, I can't breathe without Brie. Captain Marvelous, so Brie, why did you leave me? Can't you see I can't breathe without Brie? Oh, I breathe without a breath of peace. Oh, smell like sticky cheese. Sticky cheese, they're so ugly, but they mean the world to me. Oh, breathe, please breathe, bring back without breathe. Stinky feet, Stinky cheese.
I'm bringing it back,
Stinky
cheese.
Bring your stinky cheese to me.
That was Alex something with the song that's going to get Midnight's Edge After Dark kicked off YouTube.
Oh yeah! Welcome, Anthony. As a last minute hop in. How you doing, sir? Look at your festive house. Holy cow!
I finally got everything up this week. So, yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
No, I was the only thing I didn't do was I was gonna put Baby Yoda's face on the nativity on the baby Jesus, but I ran out of printer ink.
Have you been practicing that song, Rob?
What song?
Baby Yoda.
Oh no, I haven't.
You could have sang it.
Baby Yoda, floating
Go
in
learn
a-
it.
Baby Yoda. It's just
I will.
AEB or whatever it is. Yeah. So how you doing, Anthony? How's your holiday going?
Good. Probably had to have today and tomorrow off, which is nice. Work slowing down, which is good. So things will be going back to normal. So yeah, I can't complain. Spent the day just relaxing, wrapping presents, getting ready for tomorrow. So how about you guys?
Oh, we're doing the best we can. We've been streaming for the last almost 2.5 hours. We've had a lot of people come and go, but as Christmas parties go, it hasn't been too bad.
Nice.
I can't complain.
Yeah, I didn't see this. I didn't see your DM until I jumped on Mandy's stream right before you. I guess you sent the DM, and I was over there with my Comics Gate crew over there. Saying Merry Christmas. I was like, let me go over and say Merry Christmas to my Fan the Menace crew.
Awesome. Well, Merry Christmas to you. And yeah, no, I just sent it out to a buttload of people. I just figured whoever was not busy would show up, and surprise, quite a few people did. I was pleasantly surprised.
Nice.
Rob, you got your Christmas present?
Yeah, I did. Haven't had a chance to put it together yet, though.
You better, because I heard your
I will.
fucking chair.
The few times you'll be hearing this squeaky chair.
Yes, it's actually
Get your internet fixed.
Yeah, we're working on that too. But that's his present for Midnight's Edge After Dark, and then we're getting his.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're getting his internet going to be fixed hopefully soon. He's got to just get it done and then send us the bill. So.
Yeah.
Staggy cheese. But yeah, so Rob got a new chair. Ooh.
Nice.
The comfy chair.
I might miss the squeak.
Well, that's when you know Rob's had enough, because then he's just like,
He's getting antsy in the seat.
Yep, you can tell.
Lord.
But yeah, if anybody has to check out, I totally understand. We'll go a little bit longer since Anthony popped in here.
All right, I think I'm gonna check out because I'm getting kind of sleepy. But
I appreciate you stopping in, Mark, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to come on, Tom. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to everybody. Some of you I'm just meeting, some have been on with before, but I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas either way.
What was that, Bill?
Toronto's actually been really warm the last few days. It's been super nice here.
Oh, that's nice. I'm like an hour north, and it's been freezing.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, take care, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Take care, brother. Have fun.
I shall.
Enjoy your holiday. So yeah, but other than that, we've just been hanging out, talking about all kinds of crazy shit, mostly Star Wars crap, as always.
Oh God,
You don't have to rehash it.
Cats.
What?
Drunk Rubio actually want to go see Cats.
Why?
Because he's a glutton for punishment, I guess. I don't know.
I've only seen one trailer for that, and it was enough.
I've been averse to Cats ever since the TV ads for its Broadway debut for years as a kid.
I remember that playing those ads endlessly on television. Because if you had like WGN, it was always playing in Chicago, so they had it like
I think I have a taped copy of Ghostbusters from television that has like a Joe Louis and a Cats commercial in it. Still, it's scary as hell.
That might be really fun to like get high and watch and pirate the fuck out of. I mean, never condone that, but
pirate the fuck out of that thing.
Midnight and the kitties are sleeping downstairs by the furnace while the birdies are cheeping.
Oh Lord! Ian Slater sent us $2. Hello, all. We survived Star Wars Episode 9. Yeah, that's right. We survived another year.
I guess we got to thank Star Wars and Bree for giving us such a wonderful year here on YouTube.
What a way to bookend 2019.
Right. I know
There's
Bill
one more
can't
person.
say too much about it, but yeah.
Tom, there's one more person we need to thank.
I'm Wilfred Brimley.
Fuck that son of a bitch. He gave me diabetes.
He did.
Yes.
I need
Diabetes.
To know.
What was that, Anthony?
I said I need to know.
What was that?
How does he give you diabetes?
just a joke.
Well, he was in the movie called The Thing, and diabetes is actually what The Thing really is.
Yeah, there you go. See, that works for me.
All right.
All I need to know is that he has it and I got it now, and it's all his fault.
That's right.
Well, I'm the only one with a camera on. I feel weird. I mean, there we go.
I say, yeah, we all kind of ducked. I don't have my green screen figured out again. It's all messed up. I need some new lighting or something.
I need to fix my office. I never have time to do it. I need a vacation. I can't afford it.
Yeah.
I have my Christmas. Well, I have my Christmas outfit on, but yeah, I think my makeup's fading and my lights are fading.
The light is fading.
Don't most women have a good supply of batteries laying around?
These are the little tiny batteries, though.
Oh,
no, I usually don't. These are like, God, they're not even.
Plug in the car battery, honey.
Okay, they're earring backs. They're basically it's an earring back battery. So it's super tiny. Whoop, and I dropped it.
Now you lost it.
But yeah, they're basically the size of earrings.
Yeah, you can't find those in like the regular drugstore.
I have to order them on Amazon. Like, well. By then, it'll be time for Christmas to end for the year.
Yep.
I hate Christmas, Bob.
You hate what?
I hate Christmas.
I got so much stuff going on. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I never know.
I'm actually happy it's a mellow Christmas this year.
Is it?
Yeah, not running around all over, seeing all sorts of crazy family like usual. Just gonna do the immediate family tomorrow, and that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. I mean, nothing really.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Oh.
Tomorrow it's turbo time. I think he wants me to say it's turbo time, like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I have to get a sound for every time we get British pounds. I have to get the sound effect for Rue Britannia.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey, Rosetta.
This one.
Hey, Rosetta.
Rob, Mecca, Anthony, my beloveds, hit Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Are you in hiding? What's
It's the storage room of my mom's house. Everything behind me is bins of art supplies.
Oh.
It's the only place they have a spare bed, so it's where I'm stuck right now.
I feel like I'm watching some weird horror movie where you're buried alive right now.
Tell my mom and dad that I love them.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm already out in the mountains.
And tell that Blair Witch Project she can shut it up her ass. And like, no.
Oh, I love you guys so much.
Oh.
So yeah,
What?
we're just probably about to wrap this up here soon, but yeah, we just wanted to say hello to Anthony, and then Rosetta sit back in here, say hello to Anthony, and everything like that. So.
Well, Anthony is my boy so much. I love talking to him.
Love you too.
I don't know if anybody else is streaming, but let me look here. Let's see if we can send some people on a stream hop.
Mecca, Rob, you guys know how I feel. You guys are sweethearts.
Thank you. So are you.
Let's see here. We got Sean. He's streaming, or Young Ripa streaming. Let's see what Sean's doing. Sean's talking about something about the multiverse.
See, we got an hour before
Still?
book too.
Wow.
Could be little books on here in a little bit. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's already that late. Holy cow! Wow, this night went fast. It did indeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do something in like the evening because I figure most people do Christmas around 2 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna try and do something a little.
Young Ripa's doing a Christmas stream too. So yeah,
okay, he's good.
You guys can. You got a few choices, and then Mecca's. You're gonna do something tonight, Mecca, or tomorrow? You mean?
Tomorrow we'll do something on Creepy Little Book in about an hour.
Oh yeah, you got Creepy Book. That's right.
Yeah. It's not really a
So
time
yeah,
to
hop
do
over
that.
there in a little bit. Those guys will be going live with.
And all the guys at Creepy Book are sweethearts.
What are you guys going to be talking about tonight on High Strangeness?
I don't know if we're doing the Christmas stuff tonight or because I know we're gonna do like some weird Christmas stories and traditions and stuff.
Krampus.
But, oh yeah, well like the Krampus stuff and some of those weird Scandinavian Christmas things.
I think I'm
going
going
to
to go watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I watched the first one the other night.
I finally I got a copy of Death Stranding actually. Haven't loaded it up yet.
What's that? A video game?
Yeah.
Sorry.
My game.
PS4.
I still got my Xbox
play
in a
Terraria
box.
too. If you want to play some
It's aptly
Terraria.
named Xbox. It's still sitting in a box. Oh yeah, Ernest Saves Christmas. I haven't watched that yet either.
Oh,
is that on
gotta
Netflix still, or is that back on Disney Plus now?
I don't know. We gotta watch Strange Brew though at some point.
Yes, we do. We got to get all our Canadian friends together. to
God,
watch
I haven't
that.
seen that in forever.
So Scott, are you
Brilliant
actually
movie.
Canadian, or you just live there?
No, I'm born and raised in Canada.
Okay, so
and,
you'll have to be one of them, and definitely we'll have to get Mark. Sorry, you were going to say.
Sorry, I forgot to say hi to you, Script. Bad
Oh,
me.
that's okay. I know you've been going through a little bit of a spell there, but we're looking forward to my co-host here at Drew's stream. So we're looking forward to what's in store in the new year.
We need some specialists so we can ask some Canadian questions.
Oh yeah, well, we have done in Canada the mouse thing with the beer.
What you do is you take a little baby mouse, right, and you put it in a bottle of beer, right, and then like it'll get bigger, and then you fill the bottle with beer, and you put the cap back on like this, and you go down to the store and you say, hey, I bought this beer here, and it's got a mouse in it.
Yep.
My brother Dave used to sell Molson. He used to sell Molson and Moosehead beer.
My favorite part is when they got Mel Blanc doing their dad's voice. They're like, "You take the beer." Yeah, and the moms. No, you take it. No, you take it, you hoser. Yeah, no, you take it. And they got the dog food shit in it. Where's my beer?
What's great about Strange Brew is that almost everything in Toronto now has changed from that movie, and finally the streetcars this year. I noticed that when I came back, that all the streetcars are modernized, but like for 40 years is the same streetcar and for their public transit.
I remember riding the streetcar when I went to Toronto in the 70s when I was a little kid. Yeah.
Yep, they were the same model for decades. The city got a good investment out of it.
The other time I went to Canada,
Talk
it was,
about Strange Brew.
I went to Alberta. I didn't go to Toronto. That was in the 90s, and it still pretty much looked very, very much like Canada from television.
Well, yeah, most shows are filmed up there anymore.
Exactly.
I remember having plenty. Like I said, my brother Dave was a beer salesman for years. I've got plenty of Molson T-shirts, Moosehead T-shirts.
Actually, I take that back. My favorite part of the movie is when they're doing their own movie in the beginning of the movie, and people get pissed. I was the last survivor, eh? No other human was alive.
Yeah. Oh, oh no, eh? 30 years after World War IV.
Yeah. Put it back up a little longer. Can't read it.
That's kind of like doing the show with you guys,
isn't it?
We got the great Midwest, the great white Midwest, I guess, for where you guys are.
Oh, I lived in Wisconsin for like 5 years. I can assure you, it is very,
very upper Midwest. Yes, we got Yoopers all over the damn place. It's a Yooper accent's a bit different than the Canadian accent there.
Yeah,
it's a bit different. It's got thickness to it that you don't hear up there. And there's a lot of D's.
Well, you got to go further east before you start getting closer to that one.
Yeah. Rob,
the
he's-
Maritimes theory.
He's
you
got
know,
a
and
little
then,
bit of the Then he's got a little bit of the like I hear his accent here and there, but he doesn't quite have that East Coast accent.
No, well,
It's just during certain words like drawer.
Oh yeah.
Drawer. That
I'm just a
Draw.
weird mountain girl,
We'll
so
say.
I don't know if, other than my speech impediment, if I have any accent really.
I don't know. Do they really out there?
Someone's
In the Black Hills area, the only accents you ever really get are when they're combined with the tribal tongue.
Oh.
Somewhere in the Black Mountain Hills of Dakota, there lives young boy in the back road.
Those woman ran off.
Hey,
with
that's where I
another
am right
guy.
now. I'm in the Black Hills.
Hit young Rocky in the eye.
I'm home.
I'm gonna get
Said
that
I'm gonna
boy.
get that boy.
And I need to get back out in the mountains. I don't care how snowy it is. I need to get out there for a bit while I'm here.
Still one of my favorite Beatles
Oh,
songs.
Micah, everybody wanted to know, was it snowing there?
Can you do that one, Anthony?
60 degrees. in
Rocky
December.
Raccoon. Can you do that one?
60
Anthony?
degrees in
What's that?
Sunday?
Can you play Rocky Raccoon?
Did you share the?
There's
I
there's
don't
snow
know it.
here.
By the Beatles?
I mean, I know the song. I don't know how
Oh,
to play
okay.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I was gonna say you should know the song. Yeah.
Yeah, I could figure.
I think
it
it's pretty
out.
easy. I think it's just. I think it's only like
You
two
can
chords.
do it,
most of the
Anthony.
song.
You're awesome.
Isn't it, Rob? It's like C and G, ain't it, through most of it, and then D
Like I
or something like that.
I think so.
There might be a minor in there.
Yeah, it sounds like there might be a minor.
I think there's a B minor. They like to throw that B minor in there all the time too, or B flat or whatever it was.
He can do it. He's awesome.
Right.
Oh.
Equipped with a gun to shoot on the limbs
Hey,
of his rival.
I've told you before, Anthony, nobody's voice soothes and comforts me like yours.
That
I love when I'm around
appreciate
you.
that.
Anthony's a musical beast.
No, stop it.
He's my boy. And when I've been stressed, he's come on my stream and sung me to sleep pretty much.
Aw.
That's sweet.
I love him so much.
You're gonna make that's. I'm glad I have my camera up. I'm like, you're gonna make me like blush over here.
Good, because you deserve it. You deserve more subscribers too. You're awesome.
Well, you know, once this,
Now,
I just gotta
blood,
get through the New
because I'm
Year.
being honest.
Once I get through the New Year's and that's over,
Ugh.
I can start doing more. So, that'll help.
But yeah, I think we're gonna check out here pretty
Yeah.
soon anyway.
Yeah, I just wanted to pop on and say Merry Christmas. To
Merry
everybody.
Christmas to you, sir. It's gonna be a little bit probably before we hang out with some karaoke.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Because you've just
a
been
couple
so
of weeks.
busy.
I'm sorry. What happened?
I'm just so happy to get to say Merry Christmas to you because you've just been so busy and I miss you.
Oh, well, Merry Christmas to you too.
Aw. Let me see. Rocky
What?
Raccoon,
I like my
A
friends.
minor 7.
Oh, it's an A. Oh, that was I thinking.
Rocky Raccoon. A minor 7. Well, A minor 7. D7 same. D7. G7. C. A minor 7. D7. G7. G. C.
Yeah, a little more changes than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh well.
7 chords and minor 7 chords. It's not too difficult, but it's sometimes the minor 7s though you can get away with just playing a minor.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds a little off. You can fake it.
A minor 7th isn't that hard. It's only two frets. That's an easy one. Some of the other
Yeah.
7th, like a C sharp 7th, is difficult to play for me. Yeah. I can do it, but yeah, I got to think about it.
All right, folks.
I keep saying about the last time I played with a band, I wasn't getting along with anybody, and I can't remember what song we were playing, but I was playing something completely different. I was like, hey, that sounds pretty good. Yeah. It did. Just turned the guitar down and was just playing something completely different than we were playing.
What do you say we bring this all to a close here?
All
right, I got a song to take us out here. Fuck it.
Yes, Stinky Cheese.
No, we already did Stinky Cheese.
Rosetta,
Like
did you hear
3
Stinky
times. I'm sure she's heard it a few
I
times.
was here when he did that.
I did it when I first started, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody for hanging in there for Christmas here. Can you hear the music playing? There we go. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see.
Oh my.
Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's
Hey
the
now.
best time of the year.
Oh, good for you.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Oh my.
And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.